As I said, I'm going to Sparta kick that lizard down.
We'll see. We'll see what
We are
happens.
live.
Hello, hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hopefully my camera stops being dumb. Keeps on getting fuzzy back and forth.
Uh,
That's fine.
auto zoom
Better
is
than
being silly.
crashing.
Yes, better than crashing. I will take that. So let's see. Oh, let me just double check and make sure you can actually hear us on the
We're
stream.
muted.
Unmute,
That's a radical
unmute
concept.
everything.
I mean, I'm beyond self conscious at this point. I'm.
Just making
Okay.
a habit.
Yep. Nope. It's there. It's there.
Okay, cool.
Good. 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 Good.
Hello.
Oh wait, I've been muted.
We thought you were
Anyway.
quieter than usual.
I was being quiet, but I didn't realize I was muted.
That's fine. It wasn't me. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. So it's been 2 weeks since we've last seen each other. You
Woohoo.
guys are you guys are near the end. It's like it's near the end of chapter 3. It's been a long time coming. I'm very happy.
Oh,
Um, so just a recap. Uh, basically, you guys found the key that allowed you to enter this area, um, where these priests were doing some things, and you see Herlock was at the dais, and he's from what you can see he's in not great condition. Um, One of the priests has already been
Dealt with.
dealt with. There's another one who's there. He has some giant lizards who's working with him. It's actually his go. Um,
no. Right into combat. Here we go.
yep.
No boy.
Shothra's in a pit of whirling, torrenting
Wait, I think
air.
it was my go last.
No, we top of the order. We stopped at the bottom of the order.
Yeah, like you went and then because you're the one that killed the priest. You punched him.
No, that was me.
Was that you? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You,
that
you
was
threw your
me.
staff at him.
And then Shima jumped across.
Yep.
No, I didn't jump.
Try-
I walked here the first round.
I thought you tried to jump tackle
No.
everybody.
No,
No, that was
that
me.
was Shothra. She leapt across the air moat,
And
a la Rain of Fire, and was rebuffed when she got to the other side, and unfortunately had poor footing and fell into the air moat.
But I almost had it.
Which
okay.
which is the better of the two moats to fall into. I mean, if you're gonna fall into either of the moats, that's the moat you want to fall
Yeah, I'd
into.
rather not be drowning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the water moat's bad.
But I had the highest initiative, and I did not do my turn, I believe.
Did we
So
not?
you're at 24. Yeah, you're at the bottom of the list for some reason.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, it should.
And that's my fault. Hold on a second. So let's see. We'll just move it back up here.
There we go.
Aha.
Yeah.
All is right in our world now.
Yeah, I was about to go, but then we decided to cut it off.
Yeah. And,
That's what it was. Okay.
And you all got to see Jarthal do some of his awesomeness.
Yes.
Especially his star knife, which apparently has like some Captain America / Xena type effects where he just hurls it and it comes back to him. So
It's like my staff.
a little bit better.
It's
like your boomerang.
Well,
Yeah. Your trusty boomerang.
A little bit better. Alrighty, so we're picking up at top of the order. It's Shima's go.
All right. Like I said, I'm pushing this lizard off.
Alrighty,
No.
All right, so you're gonna make a shove. So you make a shove attempt.
Yep.
Alrighty, so give me. All right, so give me a second here. So you're going to try and shove. So basically, So shove is a single action.
Mhm.
So you have to have a free hand, which you do because you got 2 free hands. It's not a size category larger than you, so you can push it. You have to make an athletics check against their fortitude DC. So basically, roll an athletics check and let me know what you get.
That is gonna be 23.
Okay. Why are you? No, that's not right. Double click. Why are you not recognizing my shift key? You stupid token. Oh, did they not attach the character sheet to you? No, they didn't.
Oh no!
Of course you wouldn't. Why would you not do that? And I just updated this module because it said there was updates. So, yay. Give me a second here. Seriously. Let's see. There we go. We'll just do that. And save now. Thank you. Just basically had to associate the token with the monster. Alrighty, so let's see. You rolled a 23. It's fortitude. Wow. Yeah, you still beat its fortitude. It's got a high fortitude. So you push that. You push that lizard into the air pit.
Yay!
So it's in the air pit.
By the way, Azrin, you might want to switch us to the battle map.
Oh, sorry. I got too hung up on trying to narfle you guys. And I need to do this as well. Boom.
Ah, wind sound.
Yeah, well, there's a wind moat and there is a water moat. You guys are in combat. Yep, all the things are happening.
Does it take damage from the fall?
If I did.
Let's see. I just need to grab the thingy for that. So you guys are here. Alrighty. So pushed into the air mode. It cannot grab an edge because it's a lizard. Actually, no. I mean, it's a lizard. I mean, I have friends that have lizards and they've climbed weird shit.
All depends on what kind of lizard.
True that. But I'm gonna give him a chance. Let's see. So let's see. Still a high check. So let's see if it can make it. And I get to roll my nice new shiny dice.
Did you get the Vox Machina stuff too?
No, I surprisingly enough, I am not super into the whole Vox Machina like other D&D nerds are. I know, surprise, gasp, yada yada yada. You know, I immersion in everybody is cool and all, but I mean, like, I don't know. I kind of like other, you know, non-pro, um,
Professional.
like D&D shows. Well, I mean, like everyone on that cast is a pro voice actor and shit, and they're
Oh,
used to improv.
Yeah, but when it comes to D&D, everyone's still nerds. Come
Oh
on.
yeah, I mean, you know, I like other nerds better than those nerds.
That's fair. That's fair. It's not like
They
you
are quite
hate their
entertaining,
guts
though.
or anything. It's fine.
Oh, they are entertaining. I'm not knocking them. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
I just, you know,
they do
Like-
really cool stuff.
they do cool stuff. You know, I understand why people find them entertaining. Let's see. You know. So let's see. Athletics. Athletics is not enough.
Yay!
Oof,
Almost.
duh.
So you do fall in, hover, same thing, just like you. You only take 5 bludgeoning damage because you're cushioned by a buffet of air. So.
That was just one action so far.
Yeah, what else are you wanting to do? You successfully shoved one of those dudes in there.
I'm turning to the guy and gonna flurry of blows him.
Alrighty.
I am still in tiger stance, so. And this is a -4 to it, right?
Yeah, because the shove is an attack.
Okay. Let's see. A dirty 20.
Hold on. Push back. And let's see. Does he have? I believe he has shield block. Shield damage. Okay. Yep. So he is going to. Actually, no. He has his shield raised already. So, dirty 20 will miss.
Alright, second part of the attack. Nope. And I'm gonna try the quick fish. No.
Yep. Okay. So it is your go.
He's going after me.
Turn the music down in my ear a little bit. All right. So actually, what he's going to do is he's going to step back over here.
Do I get attack of opportunity?
You're not a fighter, so that's the 5e thing.
Okay.
Unless you specifically are a class that gets an attack of opportunity, stuff can move around you all day.
Okay.
And he sees he sees you're a monk, and you know he's like, yeah, you look like you're kind of like you know newbie, so he doesn't expect you to be able to like attack him while he steps away from you. So like he smirks at you while he steps back.
I glare.
Yeah, you can glare. It's like it's totally fine. So let's see. He is going to. There we go. He stepped away, and then he is going to. Do you have reach? Actually, he does not have reach. That's fine. But he is going to slam his trident on his shield, and he starts getting all like agitated and frothy. Actually, he's gonna do that next. He turns to the statue that's next to him, and he touches it and does something. You're not sure what. But then he does the whole slamming of the shield thingy. But he's done something. You're not sure exactly what. But that's the end of his go. Shothra. Alright, are you gonna stay on the ground?
No, I'm getting back up.
Okay.
And I guess I'm gonna start my climb again.
Okay. Hold on. There we go. I don't know why I keep getting that stupid, weird, like, shadow effect thingy. Wasn't happening before.
Maybe it's something on your layer because we don't see that.
Oh, you guys don't see, like, the...
Nope.
Okay, so
As
it's-
players, no, we don't. Only you do.
But you still see the token without the black effect around it?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so I gotta figure out why that's... Okay, why am I seeing that? That's so weird. Alright, well, that's good. As long as you guys see it clear, I'm happy. That's all I care about.
Yeah, no, it works.
Oh, see, no, but on the stream, it's showing...
Yeah, on the
it's
stream
showing.
it does. 'Cause
That's
it's
so
for
weird.
you.
And on the stream, it doesn't look animated.
Really? That's
Yeah,
weird.
Because he
No.
doesn't keep tabbed in, I guess.
Yeah, but that's weird. Why does it not look animated? Okay, I gotta figure out why that's... New thing I wanted to play with. It's not working right. Boo.
It's working right for us on our end. It's just not for us.
Alright.
Yeah, for anyone watching the stream, it's just like stagnant.
Oh god, why do you hate me, roll 20? I don't understand why you hate me so much. Alright, so you're no longer prone because you stood up. That's an action. So that's off of you.
Okay, now do I do my athletics check to climb?
Yep.
Oh my fucking god. I'm using my hero point. Regular hero point, not my golden hero point. That's going in dice jail too. $20.
Let's see, to climb out. And how are you trying to climb out? Are you using the hand, like the kind of sort of hand holdy, or are you doing the Jackie Chan?
No, I'm doing the Jackie Chan.
Okay. Because I need to know because the climb check
I
is
think you
different.
said the climb check was easier for the Jackie Chan instead of doing it by the hands.
All right, and what did you roll?
Dirty 20.
Alrighty, that is good enough. You can move your climb distance. I'll tell you how much that is. Hold on.
My normal distance is 20, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming
but-
10.
Climb. It's. So let's see. So it's a regular success. Let's see. Cross 5 feet per 20 of your land speed. So what's your normal movement?
20.
So you can climb up 10 feet.
Okay. I'm going up 10 feet then.
Alrighty.
And this is like what, 20, 30?
It's 30 feet down.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to try again. Hope I don't fall back down.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god. 12.
12 is not a success.
Do I fall back down?
Let's see. It is. Where'd you go? I just had you. Let's see. Failure.
I'm never getting out of this damn pit.
All right, so it's not a critical failure, so you don't fall because it's
Oh, good.
because it's a normal failure. You make no progression.
Okay, that's fine.
So right now you are okay.
Okay, as long as I don't fall back down.
Alrighty, so that's Shothra's go. Gwennon, bunch of crazy
Okay.
stuff. Bunch of crazy stuff is happening.
I have a question. If I was to take my 50 feet of rope out of my pack and just set it down on the ground, like basically the next square over to me, is that one or two actions?
That would be an action because it's an item interaction.
Okay.
Unless you have the rope, on your bandolier, which more than likely you're not, because you're not a climber, you have to take it from your pack and drop it, and that's an interaction.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to set the rope there on that square. Or no, that would be 2 squares over, I guess, wouldn't it?
No, it's diagonal, so you're setting it right here, correct?
Is that okay? So that's one action to do that.
Yeah. So if you're setting it right there in that square, that's the diagonal square to you. So that's adjacent.
Okay. So if anybody needs 50 feet of rope for any reason, like helping somebody out of a pit or something, it's there. And for my second action, I am going to move, and I think I have enough distance to move myself over adjacent to Horthek. Not Horthek. Horlock.
Yep, Herlock. All right, cool. So you. God, can you not be dumb? Okay, come on now. Oh,
And
because it's a premium asset. Oh my god.
my final action is to use battle medicine, which I believe is a single action.
Yep. Battle medicine is be single action.
Okay, so that's a D20 roll, right? Plus my medicine.
Yeah, it's your medicine check normally.
Okay. So I have 18 on the dice, and I have a plus 10 on medicine, so that's a 28.
Okay, so are you doing a normal check, or are you upping the DC for more health?
I want to up the DC.
Alrighty, so if you up the DC to 20, give me a second here.
Oh, and I get to add an additional, no, the plus one, that's actually for the healing. That's not the part of the check.
Yeah. So basically, what you can do is, because you're trained, you can up your DC. You're expert in medicine right now.
One moment. Yes.
Okay. So as an expert, I'm not going to tell you if it's success or not or what the thing is, but if you increase your DC to 20, then you can do an additional 10 points of healing on the check.
Okay.
If not, you would use the normal 15.
Okay. So I rolled 28.
Alrighty. And you're going to use the DC 20 or the DC 15 for your check?
I'll use the DC 15. I'm sorry, the DC 20.
Alrighty. So the DC 20 is a success. So you're going to roll. You're going to roll your 2d8. And you're going to add 10.
Do I not get to add 11? Because I get another one from my healer's gloves.
Yeah, give me a second because I don't have that up. Here's gloves. I have to check and see if it's to the check or if it's to the
actually, it says add plus 1 to the check, so that would give me 29 on the check.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, and then I get to roll 2d8 plus 10.
Correct.
So he is healed for 22.
Nice.
Nice.
Alrighty. So he's healed for 22, so that's good. So we're going to say he's at 3 because he was beat up a lot.
And if it's a success, I don't know if it is, but if it's a success, the wounded condition is also removed, right?
Yeah. He's no longer he's no longer wounded. He's still prone. Let's see. So you have another one. This is the incapacitated, so we'll take that off. Put the prone back on. Bang. Alrighty. So he's just prone, incapacitated, wounded, it's gone. He looks healthier. He's not in the same horrible, horrendous condition that Jarthal was. But yeah, he's like, he looks up to you in a weakened state, and he's like, "Thank you, dear lady. You must stop them." It's like, and then he just kind of passes out a little bit from exhaustion. But he doesn't look like he's in any threat or danger of dying any longer.
But okay.
He still has exhaustion. But
I wouldn't know from what I've done whether we can move him out of there at this point.
He doesn't look physically distressed. Like, his wounds have been healed. His body doesn't look ravaged. He's just exhausted. That type of healing does not fix exhaustion.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And that's my 3 actions. I'm done.
All right. So.
Do we get a little token? Oh, you did put a little token with the rope. Thank you.
Yep, there's a rope there. It's a little hard to see.
Is it like ascended down or no?
No, it's like it's placed.
It's just placed there.
Placed,
okay.
Yeah, she just dropped it on the floor. She's like, "Yo, put some rope here." So there's someone to try and help you out.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's I was directed to go attend to Herlock, so that was sort of priority 1.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
No,
I'm not gonna stop you. Where? No, it's not an item, stupid. It's a monster. Really? Okay, there you go. Thank you. Jeez. Work with me, Roll20. It's been a bad week. Alrighty, so I need to pop onto this layer. Boink. Yes. I just opened this. Why are you showing it to me again?
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Now I'm all black and all by myself down here.
I'm in like a black room now.
You're in a black room now?
Yeah, like all the light is gone.
Oh, well, maybe
I'm not.
screwed the effect up now.
It went grayscale, basically. And all the other tokens that are not ours disappeared. So that's basically your different levels.
What the hell?
And yet, strangely enough, it seems to be okay on my computer.
I'm going to refresh.
I tried to just move my token, and I think I might have ruined it.
All right.
Did you move your token? It's not your turn.
Yeah, you move your token, it takes it away.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I just refreshed my thing, so it's fine. Just refresh the page and you're good to go.
I know, that's just nuts. I'm not sure what's doing that, though. That's nuts. I need to figure out what's doing that. I'm wondering if it's the tokens that's messing with, because we weren't having that problem last week, the last session. And when I really want to use these tokens because they're really cool. Yeah, so refresh and they're good. Yeah, I don't have to keep refreshing all the time. That's weird. Every time I move something around, it starts acting weird. If it does it again, I'm just going to not use the tokens for right now until I can figure out why it's doing that, because that's
bonkers.
Yeah, it's like there's something affecting the transparency of the tokens, and I don't know what's doing that. So that's it wasn't doing that when I was testing out stuff earlier, so I'm not sure what's going on. So, but if it happens again, I'll just not use them and see if that goes away, and then we can just go from there. So this guy. Alrighty, so you're in the you're Jackie Chan about a third of the way up from in this pit, and you feel like a jab at you. Let's see. Actually, would he do that? Yeah, he actually would do that because you're pretty much just prone. Yep. Definitely would do that. So let's move you up to layer. Bang! That thing appears next to you, Shothra.
Oh, great. Just what I need while I'm trying to climb.
Yup. Yep. So that appears next to you, and let's see. All right. So it appears next to you, and it has its wings spread and its mouth is open, and it you basically see this torrent of air coming out of its mouth at you. I need a reflex saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh, great. $14.
That is a fail.
It would have been the 18. I would have been fine.
Alright. Because there are handholds that you can grasp along the side of the wall, you can make a athletics check to see if you can grasp onto one of those holes. I'll let you do that before I give you damage.
You said an athletics check?
Yep.
23.
Wow, that makes it.
Oh, thank God.
Alrighty. So you don't fall down. So you go from the Jackie Chan, and you basically see some handholds, and you dig your fingers in, and you basically just flump, to the side of the wall. But you do take 5 points of slashing damage.
Oh, great. Just what I need.
Alrighty, and there's this little dude next to you who's laughing and cackling as he's trying to get you to fall to your doomed. Let's see.
I guess there's no way I can still attach with holding on to this thing. Probably not.
Make a case for it.
I honestly don't know if I can make a case for it.
Well, you got 2 hands. What else do you have 2 of?
Kick.
I have a fist. I can
do the
not
whole
use my
do
great
the
axe.
whole Van Damme split and punch. Or
I
chop
have
chop.
a fist, so
I mean, when your turn comes around, I will let you make the case for what you want to do.
honestly, I'm gonna do more damage if I use my great axe. So I might just jump back down and just wallop him until he dies.
Alrighty.
And you also have the lizard to deal with.
He's on the other side. Not my problem.
Yet.
But these things are bridges. They arc over, I think.
Alrighty. So, Jarthal, let's see. What's your range? That is 2 segments, I want to say. Let's see. 120. Yeah, that's 2 segments. So it's going to be at disadvantage. I can take a hit. But he's going to try and hurl his
Knife.
star knife over at the barbarian. Okay, and he is going to take a -1 because he's out of range. So that's 8. So that's 20. I believe that might hit. Let's see. Range minus 1 pound of AC. Yep. So it actually hits him. Cool. Good job, Jarthel. But it is not a crit. So 6 plus 2. Not bad. Let's see. So 5. Minus 11. And then he is... Okay, let's see. So it's going counterclockwise. Yep. Alrighty, and then he is going to make an acrobatics check. Ooh, that's really good roll. Let's see. You have a plus. So that is 7. Not a crit, but expertly dives over to the square where the rope is, and he will grab the rope in a manner where the rope unfurls into the pit. So he's not throwing it at you, but he's basically grabbing the rope so that way the rope slides into the air moat. It happens to be the air moat happens to be going in a counterclockwise fashion, so the wind is actually carrying it towards you.
Hey! Still gotta deal with one other problem though.
Yep. It is. Let's see. Actually, yeah. So it's actually like within reach of you, so you can, with a successful athletics check on your turn, try and reach it and hold on to the rope. However, you think logically that the little demon thing is going to try and stop you. So,
Well, I have a plan to deal with him.
All right, so Cantrell, it's your go.
Okay, well, Jathal made room for me, so thank you, Jathal. I look down. Those guys again.
Yep, one of those guys again.
Fish in the barrel.
Let's see.
Actually, if you can't see because the pit blocks you, but Cantrell can see that this thing is easily resisting the wind. Like, it is just hovering as though the wind is not affecting it whatsoever.
I'm just saying, he's looking down. He could just go.
Please do.
How close is it to me? Did it blow down towards Shopper or up towards Shopper?
It is 20 feet below you because
so it's down there.
Yeah, it's down the pit. Oh, and I need everyone to reset their hero points back to 1 because it's a new session.
Right.
For me, because I already used.
Except for Shathra, who you serves.
Yeah.
Yep.
So throw it back up. Oh, that's right, because I had to refresh, therefore my character sheet went kaput. There we go. Now it's back up. All right, so here's what's going to happen. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Hand of the Apprentice to bonk it on the head.
Alrighty, so you're going to chuck your staff down there.
Yep. And let's see. It's only going to do like a D4 plus 2, well, D4 plus 4 damage. There we go. Thank you, Gil. That's a critical roll, 20.
Fuck you.
Wow.
That's a crit.
Critical roll on the critical roll dice.
So we're looking at 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, so it poofs.
Oh, thank God.
Dunk. And as the staff comes back to my hand, I look over to the person that's about 40 feet away. Yeah. I'm going to suck out the energy that's in my focus, which is my staff. And I'm going to recast Sudden Bolt for the final time today. It needs to make a reflex save.
Right. Alrighty, what's your DC?
19 spell DC.
Okay, so this is a little bit weird. So when you try and zap him, like the bolt goes
It doesn't leave my hand. It's something right above him.
Yeah, well, I mean, the bolt, like, tries to zaps him, and he sees it. He plants his trident into the ground, and he literally grounds the lightning bolt. Like, you see it hit the trident and disperse into the ground.
Well, he's got a special little trident then.
Don't you two?
So,
I think so.
No damage or half damage?
You can't tell.
Is he smoking?
No.
Okay, then.
Like what you see is the normal spell effect that goes off. The bolt of lightning travels down towards him. However, he sees it and he plants his trident into the ground, and it hits the tip of the trident hits the tongs, and it travels into the ground. Like it's like holding onto a lightning rod.
Even I'm not that foolish to touch lightning. All right, then. So be it. That'll be my turn.
Alrighty, so let's see. Corrosive lizard, not in the pit. Alrighty, so let's see.
Oh, yeah, these are the acid lizards.
Yup. Let's see. Alrighty, so let's see. Yep, and he won't get far enough. Actually, from where he is perfectly fine. Yay. Okay. So Twink. Grab from my library. Hello. Okay, here they go. Nope, that's not them. Sorry, where the hell did you guys go? Cancel. Oops. Okay, because that's dumb. Alrighty, so let's see. I need 15-foot cone. Okay. Choink.
Oh. Oh, dear.
Thank you.
Oh my.
Whoa.
They'll have to get a little closer than that.
Let's see. No, because that's only 10 feet. I need to do it once more. There we go. That's 15 feet. Blam! So he opens his mouth and he spits a gout of acid at you, Shima. I need a reflex save, poor favor.
Okay. That is going to be a 25.
Okay, so you will only take half damage. Let's see. Oh, it's a really bad roll. You're gonna take 4 points of acid damage.
That's already halved?
That's already halved.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see. That's 2 actions. So can't do that. Yep, that is his round. He's gonna stay there and drink. Alrighty, and the other monitor lizard goes. Alrighty, so let's see. What am I gonna do with you?
Please do not go after me.
Uh,
Let's see. Movement. Okay. Oh, he's totally in the wrong mode. Alrighty. Alright. So this is what he's gonna do. What's your movement? 30. Yeah. So this guy right here, he's no longer prone, so he's gonna stand up, so that's action. 10 feet up. And that's a 2 action move. Alright, he's gonna prepare. So this guy moves like right here.
Really?
Yep, he can't do he's looking up at you. He can't do any he doesn't he can do anything this round, but he's definitely plotting to do something to you next round. Shima, it's your go.
All right. He's helping Shatra. So you know what? Why not get rid of another problem?
Oh, don't put another problem down here with me. Would you wait to put the problems down there until I get out of the pit?
So if you're gonna try and shove that into the pit,
yeah, I probably gotta be over here.
Yeah,
right?
You need to be on that side.
Yep.
Oh my.
Shove.
All right, acrobatics check.
Acrobatics or athletics?
I'm sorry, athletics. Sorry, my fault.
Okay. That is gonna be a 25.
Okay. So try to shove. How far do you move him? Okay. Alrighty, so 25 is not a critical success. It is a normal success. You're able to push him 5 feet. So that puts him here. And there is more than enough room for it to stay on the ledge.
So that was 2 actions,
Yep.
right?
So you moved and you shoved.
So if I move again, that's a 3rd action.
If you move again, correct, yes.
I don't think I'm going to deal with Zappy Boy first. I'm going to move up here and save my turn there.
Okay. Alrighty. So it is his go. he will step up to you. So now he's flanking.
Ah, dang it.
He is going to quaff a potion. That's not a D8. Oh, that's right.
They even been damaged?
He was.
Oh.
What? Alright, cool. That's not overcharge though, because it does not overcharge. So he looks way better. And then he's gonna take a stab at you with the trident, and the trident looks like it has like a static charge on it.
Oh dear Lord.
Uh-oh.
And
That's why I didn't want to mess with him.
Wonder what you did. Can't tell.
How was I supposed to? We've never encountered this before. Spell stealing son of a bitch.
Oh, close. Like there's a 20 staring me in the face, and it's not on the top side. So lucky
Oof.
for you.
Oof.
But it is a 25 though, which I'm sure hits you. Correct?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you're going to take.
Question: does it modify my damage, or is it just something it does?
It just does something.
Is it? Okay, so I don't have to worry about my damage because I know exactly what I rolled.
Yeah. Nope. God, I roll like damage regardless. So let's see. So that's 7 plus. So you take 7 points of piercing damage. Oh my God. Plus 2 points of electrical damage.
How much?
2 points of electrical. 7 points piercing, 2 electrical.
Okay, so that's 9 points altogether.
Yep, 9 altogether.
Okay.
He looks very displeased that you're not more fried or perforated. So he stepped and he attacked, and he's gonna attack again.
Wait, didn't he?
No, Oh no, he quaffed the potion. Sorry, never mind.
That's what I heard.
So he is done. Shothra, you are hanging from a wall. There is a rope
I'm
dangling
going to
next to you.
grab the rope and start climbing as fast as I possibly can.
Alrighty, so I need you to. So you can grab the rope. As part of the interact action for grabbing the rope, I need an athletics check or an acrobatics check. Actually, you're climbing, so it's acrobatics. I'm sorry, athletics. Sorry, because you're trying to climb, but you have a positive modifier because you're attached to a rope. So I need to know what you got.
13.
Okay, so even with the positive modifier, that is not a success. You don't fall because you didn't critically fail, so there's no loss of progress. Now let's see if.
Can I give her my hero point?
If you want to do that, sure, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Reroll.
Oh, fuck.
Come on.
Okay.
You can do this.
Oh! 27! Please get me out of here!
All right. So.
And away from the lizard monster!
All right, so let's see. So you successfully, I'll let you know what the result of that is. I just now need to see if Jarthal can successfully hold on to your weight, because you're. I mean, no offense, you're a big girl. You are.
But he's also a big boy.
I'm a very muscly girl.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh, please don't drop me.
Let's see. What's your? Oh, it's your athletics. Ist not gut. So let's see. Alright, you will use your hero point to reroll that.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, that's still. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so here's what happens. So Jarthal, he still holds on to the rope. It slips in his hand a little bit. So you lose 5 feet of height from him, like trying to maintain the rope. But he doesn't drop you because he didn't critically fail. So that's good. Let's see. You're climbing out with a rope, so that changes. It's actually, I think, a third separate DC. If you're using a rope. Alright, so say it's assisted. Alright, so even with the rope and C stage, you rolled a 27, correct? Alright, so not a critical success. So you basically lose no ground. So you climb 5 feet up the rope, but Jarthal lost 5 feet when you jumped onto it because he couldn't hold onto it successfully. So you literally are in the same spot.
Great.
You feel like you're making progress, though.
Great. So pretty much the wonderful lizard man is gonna do something to me. Oh, wonderful. Just what I need.
Does it move her over some because you grabbed the rope, or is the wind that fierce that it's still holding her over here?
Yeah, actually, you're down. Why is there a prone? You're not prone. Why is that there?
Because she was prone at one time.
I know, but I deleted that token. I must have copied it over by accident.
Yeah, there was 2 of them on her.
Oh, I didn't realize. Let's see. So you're there. Yeah, you did swing over.
Oh, thank God, I'm at least away from him.
Okay. So
And you still got some actions, right?
No, it's pretty much setting up all my actions is climbing, which I didn't even move. So thanks.
Well, no, you made one. You made one attempt to climb up.
Can I make another attempt?
Yeah, you have 3 actions.
Oh, okay. I thought I was only.
It's not. Remember the reason why you had to get up, and then you had to grab your axe, and then you had to climb the last time.
Well, that's why I got an 11.
An 11 is not a success.
I'll give you my hero point.
Shit, everyone's burning their hero
Everyone's
points.
doing my hero points.
I mean, this is what you want to hear, right, Ezrin? Us wasting our hero points?
Of course, I love it. Earn the hero points, please.
Oh my fucking God!
Really? What'd you roll?
It's the same thing, an 11.
Not helping you on this one.
Oh God, are you burning yours too?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I was about to
I'm
say
not
I can go again.
Alrighty, you have one more. You have one more try.
$21.
21 is success, not a critical success. So you can move
another
up. So
10
you
feet.
can climb up 5 feet.
I thought it was 10 feet.
No, 10 feet if it's a critical. I'm sorry, no, it's your move. So yeah, it's 5 per your movement segment. So you move up 10 feet. So you're at the 20-foot marker. So you're 10 feet from the top of the ledge.
You're getting there.
And the weird thing went away. That's so nasty. What the hell that is about? That's nutty. Let's see. Is it on here? It's still there, but it's not on this screen here. I don't get it. I have to figure out why that transparency issue is still there. Sorry, I got distracted. Gwennon, your go.
Okay, however many actions it takes, I want to move myself. Oops, daisy. Not that way, I don't. I'm moving myself over. I guess is that a valid square, or would it have to be here?
Wait, where are you moving?
I'd like to
right next
move.
to the
I'd like to
wall.
move like near the wall. I'd like to be closer to the wall, but I don't know if that's a full square there that I can do that.
Well,
Uh,
Jarthal is here,
Right.
so you can't move into his square. If you want to move into this square here, that the bridge is there, so you can stand on this square because there's platform and bridge for you to stand on.
Okay, but
Like one south.
I
I'm
want
not
to.
sure what you're trying to do.
Okay, what I'm trying to do is I want to be in a position where I can assist Jathal to pull up Shathra.
Oh yeah, so you want to be right behind him? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna like reach and grab the rope and try and assist pulling her out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many actions is that?
So it's one to get to where you are.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna need an athletics check for you to pull on the rope and see if you can pull her out.
Okay.
And let's see, is there a lift? I think it's lift.
I can't make a case for it being acrobatics, I suppose.
No, this is straight
Yeah,
up.
okay.
This is
Everybody wants to use acrobatics because
Straight
we're
up strength.
circus.
I don't want to
It's
use
a
acrobatics.
circus people, right?
My athletics is better.
Okay. Oh.
So this is what I'll do. I'll let you use your climb as a means to pull her out.
Okay, so that would be on athletics. That would be a 14.
Okay, 14 is not a success. So you don't hinder her progression, but you don't help it either.
Okay, but does it act as an assist to give Chathal advantage?
Oh, you're trying to give him a 14. So if you're trying to give, it wouldn't be giving him advantage. You would add to his check, and a 14 would not be high enough to add a positive.
Basically, you're not
Yeah.
looking for advantage. You're looking for bonuses to his next roll.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
I'm getting in position to do
You've
that.
done that.
Well, no,
you've
you
done
did.
all
So
that.
you've tried. So you've tried to aid once. What you're trying to do is an aid.
Yeah.
So you have to basically also succeed the check that you're trying to aid.
Okay.
Slightly higher to provide assistance. 14 does not meet that. You have one more action to try and aid again successfully.
Okay, so I could do the roll again.
Yep. Because this is only your second action.
Okay, that will be a 13 on the die plus 5 is 18.
Alrighty, so 18. So you are able to assist successfully. I won't tell you exactly how much it is because it's not something you're privy to, but you feel like you have a good solid grip on the rope, and you can give Jarthal some assistance on pulling Shathra out. Okay, Jarthal.
Please get me out. Please get me out.
Alright, so let's see.
Before Lizard Man comes and eats me.
I think you're high enough now where he has to climb to try to get to you.
I hope so.
You're 20 feet up from him. It's a 30-foot drop.
Oh, okay. Well, don't drop me then.
Let's see. With the age, that is. Ooh. Let's see. Sorry, I rolled really bad.
So can I give him my hero point now?
If you want to give it to Jarthal, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Hey, that's what I was saving it for.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to give it to Shathra.
Thanks.
Alright, let's see.
I'm the one climbing.
Alrighty, well that's better. Let's see. So 15. See. Alright, so he just barely is able to give sufficient tug on the rope, and he leans back hard to try and lift you out. And
I need to go on a diet.
and he can pull you up to you're at the ledge.
Oh,
So on your next turn, you can pull yourself out of the up onto the ledge as an action.
Okay.
You don't have to do the whole grab the edge because you're technically on the edge because you've been pulled up to it.
Oh, thank God.
All right,
I mean,
Kentrell.
Mr. Lizard Man is stuck down there by himself.
Right. They look like they're fine now.
I'm in need of help.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That is my first action.
Okay.
I don't appreciate you absorbing that. Thwack, thwack with the club. The quarterstaff.
I think that's a lot weaker than a zap.
Kentrell's making the first swing. It's gonna be pretty good. Fortunately, I don't think a 19 hits.
Currently no. 19 when I hit him.
And the next one's at -5. Will a 21 hit?
21 will hit.
Yes.
Yay. All right. It does 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, so DC 20.
At 21.
Uh,
20 failed last time, if I remember correctly.
No, you did 19 before.
I did 19 and then I rolled 21. You rolled 20 with shield up. So we know the AC now.
All right.
Or at least with a shield up, anyway. That's all my turn.
Alrighty. So let's see.
Beastie.
Let's see. What's your movement? Oh, this is gonna be very, very evil. Let's see.
There's no way that thing can climb up 30 feet.
It's not his go yet.
Oh, okay,
It's
good.
the one near us.
I thought you were talking about me.
All right. Let's see. So, 15, 20. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's totally gonna do that. So like it stomps around.
Oh.
Saw that coming.
Yup.
Here comes the breath weapon.
And
Oh, I thought he was.
Ooh.
Here comes
push
the
you
reflex saves. Let's go, Shema.
Yep, I'm gonna need some reflex saves because one more 15. There you go. Yep.
I got a 23.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Got a 22 myself.
Alrighty. So you both made your save. Sadly.
It's a lot of dice.
It's not going really great on damage. And so you both take 5 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Okay. And that's his go. Okay. You down there. What are you gonna do? Let's see. I mean, you can try and climb. But you know, let's see. It's your athletics. You can totally try and do that. Yep. But it can't do the Jackie Chan because it's a lizard. So it's gonna try and climb up the pit, try and get to you. So actually, it's gonna try and climb out where the bottom where it is. So let's see. And yep, that's good. And your total movement is that, so you get to move 8 for every 5 feet for every 10. So this thing, like, you know, like looks at the wall and just starts climbing, and it climbs up 15 feet. And then it's gonna try again.
Crit.
Uh-oh.
It easily gets out of the pit.
Oh, crud.
Great.
Gonna move you out of the way. So.
It got out there quicker than I did.
Alrighty, so it climbed out the pit. I rolled a 20. And it also has a higher move than you. So.
And me.
So let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so gonna do that. Yes, so gonna do that. Oh, that's gonna be great. Gonna be great.
What's it gonna do?
It's gonna do.
What is it doing?
Oh, no.
Oh, great.
Oof.
All right, so it is going to. Is that 15 feet? Choose.
Not yet.
No, it needs one more. I think it looks like 15 feet. Is it not? It's where
No, there it is.
There we go. Alrighty, so it's in front of it. Alrighty. So I need Gwenin, Jathal, and Shothra. You have advantage because you're kind of sort of below it.
I was about to say, aren't I a little bit below it?
But I mean, it's still like it's acids raining on top of you.
Okay.
So
reflex.
Yep. I need a reflex save.
16.
That's with advantage?
I rolled a 10 and a 2.
Ooh.
And my reflex is 6.
And
So
I
sadly.
16 here as well.
Alrighty, so you both fail. Jarthal succeeds.
16 fails it?
His basic reflex save for this, yes.
Oh, son of a
I'm
bitch.
looking at his stat block. 16 fails.
Damn it.
It's like,
Great.
I didn't make up his DC. It's in the stat block. This is. Let's see.
This is gonna be a lot of damage.
Alright. I don't know.
I can
I've
hear
been
it.
rolling bad for this roll. It's like I like this roll, but it's been rolling like
That's
garbage.
a lot of dice, though.
Oh, no, not great. Still one die. Want to be a jerk. So that is.
The law of averages.
So. It's gonna be 18. So Gwenin and Shothra are going to take 14 points of acid damage.
Holy shit.
Jathal is going to take 7 points of acid damage. And this is his first time being attacked. Oh, let's get rid of that. Actually, let me show that.
I am not looking so good.
Okay, and let's get rid of that. Doink. And chilling. What's your total? Wait, what's your total? Wait, it's been used. Oh, there you go. So, like my blended into the bar I was looking at for some oddball reason. Okay, and the fucking thing happened again. We took 7 points of damage. Okay, let's go 22. He's at 0 there. Alrighty, so He took damage. He still actually... Ooh. Let's see if the rope saved. I forgot.
Oh no. Oh no, don't tell
Well,
me that.
you're right on the ledge too.
I totally forgot about that.
No, Azrin, please.
A simple rope, you have a reaction probably. Let's hope.
See. Rope. Block.
If I fall, I'm probably gonna die.
What is your hardness? Come on, it's bulk L.
I assume at least 5.
It's not giving me a hardness. Why?
Now I know why
For-
Pierce
for-
carried chain, not rope.
Well, would it be
Even chain melts in acid.
Yeah.
would hemp be a good word to use for searching it?
No, it's just rope.
Okay.
Let's see. Give me a second here. I just need to see what the hardness is of the rope. Totally forgot. You're hanging onto a rope. Let's see. Hands to bulk L R. Come on, Pathfinder. Give me the hardness. Even 5e tells you what the freaking hit points of a rope is. Here we go. Let's see. Weapon or shield. Let's see. Rope. Here we go.
Oh dear.
Oh, I'm falling back down. aren't
I don't like that.
Oh, that is awesome.
You might as well just go ahead and kill me now because I'm gonna fall back down and I'm at 16 hit points.
That is awesome. Alrighty, so the rope has hardness 0 and 2 hit points. So since it has no hardness to speak of, it takes hit point damage.
14 of it.
Yep, and then let's
Disintegrates.
see. Yeah, so it doesn't. So break DC. That's for people to try.
Please
to
tell me I
break it.
have a reaction time to at least grab onto the ledge.
So the rope snaps because of the acid. Totally unintentional. You get a reflex to try and grab the ledge.
Oh, for the love of all that is fucking holdings. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna die.
What'd you roll?
Not good.
How's your
8.
dice jail looking?
It's a fucking 8.
All right. Well, it's let's see.
I fall back down and I might just go and kill my character now.
No, your character's not dead, and you know.
But you?
I'm
Stop
falling 30
being-
feet again.
Yeah, that's
You-
3d6.
So no, you remember you fell in this before, and it wasn't.
And you only
it-
took 5
you
points
only
of
take
damage.
5 points damage. So you fail the grab onto the ledge, and you do fall back down into the pit. Sadly, this rope is useless. It's dead. So let's see. All right. This rope is Dunzo. 0. All right. So you're where you are. You're at the bottom of the pit. You take 5 points of damage.
Great. Lovely. I love this so much. All the way back down.
Yep.
Again.
Yeah, you went a little far back down there.
And you're
I was almost out. Back down.
So you're back down
Great.
there. We'll say you're there because you fit into that square nicely. And you are once again
Prone.
prone.
You might as well just go ahead and count me out of this damn combat because I ain't getting back out.
Just like this wasn't intentional on my part, you know. I'm just saying, you know, shit just sadly happened to you.
Well,
I take it there's walls that keep the water thing out of the wind.
Yeah. So the it's a little the description is a little bit weird. Like the daises are next to each other. Um, the water and the wind just kind of avoid each other. It's weird. The description for it is a little nuts. It's like, you can tell that these moats, the wind and the water, there's a very strong magical effect around them. Uh, they don't seem to be normal wind or water. All right, so you're on the pit.
Don't you have a health potion on you, Chakra?
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is that if another wind spirit appears, I'm screwed again. And then if I can't get back out, I only go
Rival.
10 feet.
Rival, don't worry about the what ifs. Just
No, I'm not. I mean, if another wind spirit, I'm kind of screwed.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
if it makes you feel
Well,
better,
why I'm climbing.
when my first time running through this box and we got into this area, our barbarian did something similar, but he fell into the water pit and almost died from drowning. So, the pit's someplace you don't want to be. And again, he wanted to do a cool move. He jumped over the pit instead of taking a bridge. It can happen. So, don't feel bad. You're in good company.
I just want to do something more than just climbing.
I know. I feel you. I mean, you can have a long conversation with Zoro, and ask her about the times she wanted to do something, and she just kind of sat there and didn't get a chance to do anything. So I mean, again, you're in good company. So.
The tank is all the way in a pit.
All right, so Shima, it's your go.
Okay. Since the lizard moved, I am moving here and shoving the lizard again.
Okay.
Yeah, shove him in the water pit. They drown.
Determined. All right.
I'm trying to get rid of these guys so we don't have to deal with them.
Yeah, shove him in the water pit. Don't shove him in the air pit.
Give me that athletics pit. The athletics check.
That is going to be 25.
25 against its fortitude is a success. It gets moved 5 feet. That is enough to push it. It's going to try and grab the edge so it doesn't fall into the pit. Okay, so it can't go past the pit, so it falls into the pit.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope this thing drowns.
Alrighty, so it's in the pit. Let's see. Where are? Actually, do you have? No, because it goes in. Actually, Gwenin, because you have like a good enough angle. Let's see. So it goes that far. Give me a perception check, please.
Perception. Dirty 20.
Alrighty. You can see that the monitor lizard, like the giant lizard, hasn't gone any deeper than maybe 5 feet, and it looks like it's swimming against the current.
Oh, great. These things can swim.
Yeah, but he's in the other pit at least.
I was kind of hoping it would drown.
Wait, it's in water?
Yes.
Yep.
The pit that it got pushed into is the water pit.
Okay.
Alrighty. Oh wait, no, Shima. She moved. You shoved. You have one more action.
Yep.
I have no idea what he can do.
I know what he's going to do.
What was my very first spell?
It's in water.
You're doing that. Oh, that's a good idea. You better hope the other guy doesn't redirect.
I'm going to move
now.
towards this lizard.
Oh, this one won't be lightning bolt. This one will just be straight to the face.
Alrighty, so you move to that one. All right, cool. So that one's there. It turns to you. Shothra, it is your go. I'm presuming you're standing up, so you're no longer prone.
I'm standing up, and I'm gonna start the climb, Jackie Chan style.
Okay.
Once again.
So there's nothing of the rope left, even at all.
The rope, like normal rope, only has 2 hit points, and it has a hardness 0. So
14 damage of acid.
So it took 14 flat points of acid damage and just melted. Even if it made it save, that's 7 points to 2 hit points, and it just melted.
I just did my 2 rolls for my athletics check. One was a 19.
19 is.
And this one's a nat 20.
Okay.
Woo!
So
Wait,
right.
Your athletics is a -1?
No, mine's a 9. I got a 10
she's
with
just
9.
been rolling. She's
19.
been rolling really bad. for her
I've just been rolling horribly.
All right.
Like below, like under 10.
All right. So the 19 is a failure for the improved success. The 20 is a critical success.
Wait,
So-
what? The 19's a failure? How?
Because you remember
She's-
you pass using the rope, which gave you
Yeah.
a positive modifier. When
But
you tried,
before that,
No,
she was
before
just
that-
doing the Jackie Chan roll.
yeah,
and
the Jackie Chan, when you rolled a 20, which was enough to get you up. You didn't roll below 20 when you did that.
I didn't.
Nope, not for when you were spread out.
Ugh.
Okay.
I thought the Jackie Chan was easier.
It is easier. Climbing up against the wall with the wind buffeting you is harder.
Ugh.
Like you're in like sub gale force winds.
I know,
you-
but
and
I
you're
thought
trying-
I
and
thought the
you're
check would be easier. I didn't figure 19 would not be able to progress.
Under normal circumstances, yes, but you're trying to climb the wall against the wind, which is why you have to brace yourself against both sides of the pit.
But she's doing the Jackie Chan twice.
Her second one's a critical success, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
Yeah.
You went.
I know. I'm just saying. I thought the 19 would be at least a success.
If you still have the rope, yes, 19 would be a success. You can climb up the rope. You don't have the rope anymore because it's got
Disintegrated.
disintegrated in acid. So let's see.
Oh, this is gonna be a long time.
Critical success is 5 feet plus 5 feet per 20. So you get to move up for that one. 5 feet plus 5.
One moment.
Oh, yep. You get to move up 10 feet instead of the normal 5 for that attempt.
I thought it was 10 feet.
When you critically succeed.
Oh, that's
and
right. It was when I-
and
oh.
you went multiple times. The last time you climbed, you succeeded twice, which is why you went up 10 feet. You're up 10 feet now because you critically succeeded on the 3rd attempt.
This
Well,
is gonna
is
take a while.
Yeah, the pit's bad. The water pit can kill you if you can't swim and you can't breathe underwater. The wind pit is literally just like it's a troll.
Yeah, it sure feels like one.
So it's
Ugh.
And hopefully these lizards cannot swim.
You almost got out.
Apparently they can, I think.
Well, swim well.
So Shothra is up 10 feet. Gwen, it's your go. You saw Shothra, land back in the pit, and she's climbing back up. You hear a lot of what you know is obviously swearing in Orcish.
Oh yeah, lots of it.
So I'm going to look at Jasal, and I'm going to say, I don't suppose you have another rope.
Let's see. Did I take? What kit did I take for you? That is a good question. Gear. Let's see. We took standard adventuring gear, so he has more rope. So yes, so he looks at you and nods in response.
Okay. So, would it be an additional action to say, let's do this again? Or let's try this again? Or
I mean, if you ask him if he has more rope, he gets what you're going. He gets what you're going at.
okay, all right. So, but it has to be his turn before he can take the action with the rope that I can assist.
So you can try and take the rope from his pack on your turn, if you want.
Sure.
Just
Alright.
go digging through his pack.
I'll do everything I can to get set up for his turn to help.
Alrighty. So are you gonna try and brace the rope, or do you want to take the rope out so that way he grabs it and starts pulling?
I'll take the rope out for him, and then hang on to the rope as well.
Okay.
Like to help, to aid.
So that is going to be interesting. He went up, grabbed the rope from his pack, chucked it down the hole. So that is all of your actions, and there is another rope. I'm not going to pull it back. There's another rope that swings towards you and is now buffeting against your body, Shathra. So they are trying hard to get you out. Jathal, since it's his go, he grabs the rope and he braces. Actually, let's see. Before he does that, he is going to be too far away. He can't do that. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna chuck his. Yeah, because that bridge is in the way. He's gonna chuck his star knife at this guy right here. So, Captain America tosses his star knife. Ooh, it's a bad roll. Let's see if it hits. That is a miss. Do not believe that will. Yep, that's a total miss. That does return. And he's going to try once more since he didn't have to actually take the rope out of his pack. So he's going to chuck it one more time. That's better. Let's see. 7 hit, but not a crit. Okay. Harbor for damage. And that's +2. 8. Did I hear a frog?
Yeah, that's just on top of my air unit.
Oh.
Unit.
Have a frog on top of your air unit?
Yeah, it's the window unit that kind of pokes out the window, which I need to remove, by the way, because the AC is back on in my house now.
Yay!
That's good.
Like a real frog?
Yeah, like you know the tree frogs with the orange tip fingers and the green body.
Not
my part of the woods, but okay.
Very slick.
Chilling on the outside of the window.
Yeah.
That was loud. That was loud croaking. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's looking for a mate apparently.
And
well, you better hope there's not some froggy babies to be made in that air unit then.
It was just raining a few minutes ago, so.
Let's see. And he grabs the rope and he braces onto it. Cantrell, it's your go, sir.
Right, Cantrell is going to walk up to the lizard who's poking his head up.
No, he's 5 feet in the water. He's not poking his head up.
So how far down is the water?
5 feet.
No, like the water is, it's like it's lipped at the edge. Like
and he's in the water?
Yeah, he's 5 feet below the surface of the water.
Oh.
So it's a 5 foot space between us.
Yes.
Okay, then I look at that. I forget. Are there readied actions in this game?
You can do a delay.
Basically, I want to wait until this thing surfaces so I can just go
So
cast a spell, basically.
Delay.
Could pretend that's our monitor lizard.
Creature's turn. This penalty. Okay, delay any percentage. Okay, so it's not delay. Delay changes your initiative order.
Yeah, that's the question. Like, so I can't actually ready a spell in order to zap it once it surfaces.
No, it's. I think you can. Hold on, this is looking at the wrong rule. Ready. Parent action will occur outside your turn. Choose a single action or free action you can use. The turn then ends as a trigger designated. Okay, yeah, multiple attack penalty. Wait. Seek. Alrighty, so you can do a ready.
Okay.
Choose a single action.
My spell
Wait,
attack
no,
would
when
be
they
my
say
readied
single
action.
action or free action you can use.
You can choose either or.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Until I get a clarification, because I'm just wondering if it means a single action
Either
action or a two action. I'm just gonna say you can. It's gonna take you. It's a two action move regardless. So, so you're ready. You ready the spell.
Yep.
And your turn. What's your trigger?
Once it surfaces above water, I will reach down and touch attack
Zap it.
All right.
with a spell.
Alrighty. So we're waiting.
That would basically be the end of my turn, just waiting.
Which would be its turn next, so.
Yep. So it's in the water. It swims.
It sees food.
Let's see. So it has to swim and climb out as part of its movement. Yeah, that works. So it swims out into the square over here.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Okay, well it's still
As it's still in the water.
Okay,
it's
that's
still in the
fine.
water.
That's
As
fine.
it surfaces, it goes. That's when I attack.
And that
So.
doesn't. Does your zap cause forced movement?
It doesn't prevent movement.
Yeah. So then its movement ends next to you, regardless of how much damage it takes, unless you do enough to kill it.
That's fair. All right. So spell attack. Okay. 28.
28 does hit it, and sadly, 28 is a crit.
Yes.
There we go. I think your frog is very happy for you.
Let's see.
Maybe it's a lucky frog.
Yeah.
So 19 times 2, that's 38.
Yep.
Yep.
And on top of that, another 3 from the residual.
So 41.
And it is dead. Okay.
Ooh. Fried
Red
kebab.
lizard.
Mm-hmm. Yum yum.
That is that spell gone.
And you got a dead lizard in the water.
Let's see. So I can't get to multiples. Alright, so Shima, this one's gonna attack you.
Just all hit it once, right?
Yes.
Then he also took some damage on the fall, the first.
so it's going to attack you, Shima. So,
Of course it is.
so it is going to bite at you 3 times. Actually, let's do it this way. That way it's easy for me. So once. Okay. First one, that's the second one, that's the third one, which is, yeah, it's gonna be a miss. So let's see, 29.
Ouch.
That's the
My
first.
AC is 19.
That is a crit. Okay,
Uh-oh.
so let's resolve that damage.
Oof.
Okay. Okay, I rolled like garbage, so lucky for you. You're gonna take 8 points of piercing damage. Let's see. Hold on. I just want to get the rolling on this. That frog. It's.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, it's just funny because I date myself every time I think of these weird things. Like I'm thinking whenever I hear it like croaking unexpectedly, it reminds me of the Little Rascals episode where where Alfalfa's trying to sing to Daisy, and I think like there's a frog in his pocket or something. Every time
Yeah.
he sings in the mountain and he does the yoo-hoo, the frog like ribbits.
Yep.
So it's, so yeah, again, it's not against the thing. It just I find it funny because it's
I have no control over nature. So lay on, Fargo.
But we do have, like, at least we have lizards in here, so I mean, it kind of sort of fits with the ambiance.
Sure. You seem amphibious enough.
Okay, is that all it does?
No, it does something else. I'm just looking up the proper rolling for it. All right, cool. So you're also gonna take bum, bum, bum. And you're also going to take some additional acid damage. Okay.
I'm hurting very badly.
Yeah, so it won't happen this round. It'll happen the end of your next round. I just want to put this marker on you. Where is it? Boink. Alright, so that's persistent acid. Actually, no, do I have an acid marker? I think I do. Oh, that's the auras. I didn't grab the aura, I think. No, I didn't. Didn't think I would actually need the auras, so I didn't bother grabbing them. So you have persistent acid damage. You'll take that at the end of your next turn.
Can I get rid of it?
You have to make your check. It's persistent damage. Let's see. It has enough actions to do its grab. So you are now grabbed in its jaws.
Ah.
Yep. Let's see. That should make. Yep. And let's see. Creature grabbed by the cross wizard. Okay, that's the. Okay, so you're grabbed. So it has you grabbed. It's going to the other bite. Actually, so it doesn't get the third action. So that's regardless of whether it misses or not, because the grab eats an action. So 2 actions to bite and grab you. -5 is 12. Plus 11. So 25 is a hit, but not a crit on you, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to bite you again. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! For 3 points of piercing damage. That's some bullshit.
3 points.
Yep. You already have the effect from the persistent acid, so you can't be affected by it twice. So you are grabbed by this thing. So it basically has like it bit into you, and it's like has its two front claws like snatched onto you.
Yeah.
Yep, and it happens to be your go. So you can try to escape, or you can fight it.
Hmm.
You being grabbed does not prevent you from attacking it. You being grabbed does prevent you from moving, unless you escape.
All right. How badly beat up does it look? I know it took a few points of damage at least.
I don't know. You're gonna make a check to see how hurt it is. Are you? Because I mean,
You know what?
I can see its health bar.
I know.
I can see his health bar.
I mean, if you want to make like an educated guess, I need to roll.
I'm just gonna flurry of blows it.
All right.
I'll tell you this much: it's less than 41.
That's gonna be 23.
23 will hit. It's not a crit.
Okay, so that's the first part of the flurry of blows. And it's going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay. What's the other hit? If you hit.
That's going to be -4, so 19.
19 will hit.
And that's going to be another 7.
Okay.
I am going to use an action to try to break free from it.
Okay. I need an athletic check.
Okay, do I have to minus anything from it?
It's not an attack. You're trying to
Okay.
escape. That's something different.
So athletics is going to be that's going to be 21.
What's your DC? Yeah, you successfully escape its grab.
Yes. And you know what? Shove.
Okay, that's going to take a penalty because it's an attack move.
Yes. So that's going to be what, a -8 now?
No, it's going to be a -10 because it's not agile.
Tiger stance. Oh, good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like the action of shoving is not agile.
Okay.
Like you're agile, yes. The shove
not gonna
is
work.
not. Yep. All right, cool. So it's still there. It's the end of your turn. You're gonna take 1 point of persistent acid damage. I need you to make roll me a singular d20 and tell me the roll.
17.
Give me a second here. Damage. Oh, helps if I actually spell it right. And what did you roll again? I'm sorry?
17.
All right. 17 does not beat its persistent damage DC. So, and you're not adding anything to that roll, right? It's just what's on the die?
Just straight 17.
All right, cool. So then, yep, that's a fail. So you still have the persistent damage effect on you. Alrighty.
I am hurt very badly.
Alrighty, so let's see. This guy, not very happy that you killed one of his pets. So this guy steps up to Cantrell.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And so that's one action, and it's going to stabbity you. Actually, you know what?
I know that look.
No, 'cause
Uh-oh.
yeah, of course it could just hit you.
Well, why not do it with an interesting twist?
That might.
I mean, what do I have to do? What is it trying to do to me?
Alrighty, so let's see. What is your fortitude?
My fortitude is trained 5.
Okay. So that is a miss.
I need a. Oh.
And it's going to try once more. Oh my god, really? Jesus Christ.
That's
Alright.
good for us.
So it just attempted to shove you in the water twice.
It's only me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Failed both times. I rolled like really bad both times on those rolls. Like, and he has like, it rolled so bad, like it's below like his really good plus to that attempt. So you're very lucky. You're about to take a swim. You don't want to be in the water pit if you don't know how to swim. I'll tell you that right now.
That's fair.
Shothra, it's your go.
So do I see is the rope down there with me?
Yep. Same thing like before. You know.
All right, I'm grabbing it.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna start climbing.
Need that athletics check. So it's the easier DC plus your boosted because you're using a rope and there's people helping you.
18.
Okay, 18 succeeds. So
Do I do another one?
Let's see. And this time, Drethal's able to hold onto the ropes. You won't lose any progression, so you can climb up 5 feet for every 20. So you climb up 5. So you're actually 5 feet higher.
And I do it, what, 2 more times?
You have 2 more attempts because you have.
My God, really? Another 18.
Okay, so you move 5 feet more up. So you're at the 20-foot mark.
And 25.
25 is not a crit, but you succeeded. So the ledge is 5 feet above you.
Okay.
Before she was doing 10 feet, so.
She crit once.
I tripped once. I had a nat 20.
No, before, because it was like half.
She was
her
Jackie
movement.
Channing it, though.
No, it's 5 feet.
Sure.
It's 5 feet of movement per 20 feet of your normal movement. The reason why she had moved 10 feet that one time is because she had a critical success that let her move up 10. So she had every time up to this time she normally would fail 1 and pass 2. So that's why she got up 10 each time during her turn. So if she normally succeeds every time, in 2 turns, normally she would be able to get out of the pit because she has 20 feet of movement.
Okay.
Very low movement.
But she has been rolling bad for her athletics checks to get out of this pit. So.
Yep. Still not rolling the greatest either.
Alrighty. So hey, but you didn't lose any progress. That's great, right?
Yeah, I didn't fall again.
Alrighty. So
For now.
So Gwennon, your go.
Okay, so am I able to continue holding onto the rope but cast a spell? That's a two action spell.
No. That is because you're holding onto the rope specifically to give aid to Jerthal. So if you want to cast a spell or do anything that's not that, you have to let go of the rope, like relinquishing your aid.
Now, on his turn, can he actively do something to help her out as well?
Yeah,
we can haul her out, right?
Yeah. That's what he was doing before.
Okay. So I can't heal myself or do medicine on myself or anything.
As long as
then.
you're holding onto the rope to give the aid bonus to Jerthal, no. If you relinquish giving him aid, then you can. So basically, at this point, you would roll an aid check, so that way Jathal's next
Okay.
attempt would have a
Okay.
bonus to it. If you choose to not to do that, then you can do anything else.
No, I will choose to roll the aid check.
All right.
So that's basically what, a d20 plus my.
Yeah, you're making a climb attempt. So basically, you roll your climb and you tell me what you rolled. So it's an athletics attempt.
It's in athletics. Okay. Oh crap. 8.
8 is not. Wait, hold on a second. Let's see. 8. What's the check? Actually, yeah, 8 is a critical failure. So you are actually hindering his chance, his next attempt at pulling her out.
Oh boy, and I don't think I have anything.
Guys are out of hero points, normal ones.
No, I'm out of hero points, but I'm just my crying angel pendant only works for first aid. So I don't have any. I don't think I have any other tricks up my sleeves that help with this. Nope.
Alrighty. So Jathal is gonna go. Let's see. Oh, okay. Lucky you. I rolled a 20 for that.
Yay!
So Jathal pulls you out of the pit.
Yay! Finally.
And I will allow him to back off, and you can occupy his spot as part of that 20.
Thank God.
So you're out of the pit. So that was a single action for Jarthal. And then he's going to
Get the lizard.
let's see. Who are you gonna attack? Let's see. You. He can't really tell. So he's going to flip coin in his mind. Okay. So he's going to attack the barbarian. It's going to be a single chuck at the barbarian. And that's going to be a miss. Hurls a star knife, it comes back. Sadly, it does not make contact with the barbarian. Cantrell, it's your go. Got an angry dude in front of you with trying to shove you into the water.
Alright, so I'm just going to swing over to the left here.
Okay.
That's one action. And then I'm going to produce flame and melee spell attack him.
Okay.
Let's see here. 26.
26 will hit.
Okay. Let's see, it's 2d4 plus 10 points of fire damage. Fire damage.
Okay.
And
that's all you got.
that's all I got. Yeah. Just trying to figure out if he also takes a. Oh, that's on a crit. Never mind.
Okay. Big lizard is gonna take a chomp at the monk. Let's see, that is plus 11, so that's 22. Not a crit, but you are hit. And it does grab you. Okay, and you're going to take... oh my god, really? Different dice? Alright, you're going to take 3 points of piercing damage. And your touch... I forgot to remove the thing from you, but you didn't succeed, so you can't get the thing again, so you're still persistently damaged, but it did grab you. So it's going to try and bite you a second time, but now it can bite you easier because you're considered flat-footed. So let's see. So that is... Ooh, that's going to be a crit, because that is 29 plus 2, 31. Yep, that's a crit. Let's see. So, chompity chomp, chompity chomp. Yeah, that's not good. That's gonna be plus 4, 18 points total of
I am
piercing
down.
damage. Alrighty, so Shima is down. And let's see. Do I have any? Is there like a... nope. There is no... There's none for that. So you... Come on, thank you. Okay, so you are wounded. So you are wounded 0. I'm sorry, you're wounded. Yeah. Wounded 0. And I thought there was a tombstone. Okay, I'll say that one. Use that for dying. And you're dying 1. Alright.
Does the lizard let go of her?
Yeah, it drops her.
Okay.
And so bite, drops you, and then it has... Let's see. I'm... 5. Perfect.
Oh dear.
And it moves to flank the wizard.
Oh, hi.
And it looks at you with drippy, acidic maw.
Oh.
Just
Shima,
kind of look at it, look at the fried one, and then look back at it.
I need a death save. So you have to give me a DC 11 check.
Okay, so just roll a d20.
Yep. Flat D20. Roll higher than 11.
That is gonna be 13.
Alrighty. You do not increase your dying condition. So you are stable. Yep, you're stable. But you're at 0, so your dying condition is gone. So, choink. And your wounded condition increases to 1. All right. So that's your go. You're no longer at death's door, so that's a big fat yay.
Yeah.
So this guy, he is going to, because you're no longer next to the water, he's going to stab you.
Yep, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. He's
We're
going
all in danger.
to attack you 3 times.
Shit.
Let's see. So first, second, third is an outright miss, so don't have to worry about that. So let's see. Plus is that. So 28.
That's a crit.
Okay.
Yay!
Let's resolve that first before we move on to the next attack. Okay, so 8. So it's 11 times 2. So 22 points of piercing damage.
Okay. And
you're going to take 6 points of electrical damage.
ow, that took a big chunk out of me.
Okay, and the next attack, it's with a -5, so that's 9. That's a dirty 20, so that's not a crit, but it's a hit, correct?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm down.
Alrighty. And the third attack would be a miss, so you, same sheen. Chink. 0, 1.
This is going swimmingly.
This is fine.
Alrighty.
Well, we took care of one lizard and the priest so far, so.
Alrighty. And Shrothra, it's your go. You just bore witness to Shima and Cantrell both going down.
I'm just never just not get back up by the slaves. I'm never going back down there ever again.
You sound like Yosemite Sam going, waka,
Exactly. She's just gonna. Did we ever establish that we got more lesser health potions from Yonk?
Yes.
Yeah.
You should have one.
Okay.
And then I was looting the bodies of others to get
Yeah.
other potions, and I was handing them out. I think
Okay.
we gave you Yonk's potion, and everybody else had a vial or something
Yeah.
like that.
You should have at least one lesser health potion on.
Okay, I'm gonna use lesser health potion.
So that is.
I'm gonna take an action to
That's 2d8 plus 5.
get it, and then take an action to what?
Quaff
Swallow it, right?
Yep, 2d8 plus 5.
2d8.
Plus 5.
Okay. Where are my d8s? Where are my d8s?
Step away for just a second. I'll be right back.
All right.
$11 hit points.
In total?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Got a 4 and a 2. I'm not rolling so great today.
You need a bigger dice jail.
In a bigger dice.
I do.
Alright, you still have. Oh wait, no, you got up from prone. You drank a potion. Yeah, so you're done.
Oh, I thought I could maybe get my axe out, but that's fine.
Well, you're holding on to it. I mean, like, cause.
I thought I sheathed it when I jumped.
Did you sheath it? I thought you.
I'm pretty sure I did.
All right, so we'll say it's sheathed. I thought you were holding on
Yeah.
to it. So all right.
No. Man, that'd be hard to climb with.
Yeah, true. All right, so.
So I think I sheathed it.
Oh, that's right. You sheathed it before you started climbing. That's right. You had it. You had it when you made the jump. When you started.
Yes,
climbing.
I did. Yeah, and then I started climbing, and then I had to sheathe it.
Alrighty, so Gwennon, it's your go.
Alrighty. So, let me see. Yes. So I am going to move over here. Oops, daisy. So I am adjacent to Shima.
Okay.
And then I am going to kind of pick her up and cradle her in my arms using my gloves of healing, and I am going to heal her for 2d6 plus 7.
Okay.
Whoops, daisy. Okay.
I precious told you I need healing
So
too.
that's a 5 and a 6 and a 7. So that's 18. So Shima gets 18 points of healing.
What the?
Okay.
I'm alive.
And
Yay!
now that's a single action. My movement is an action. So I have 1 action left.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to put up my shield.
Okay.
My shield cantrip.
Alrighty. So that's yours. Alrighty. So.
And just wondering, when we hit the end of this initiative set, could we take our first break, maybe?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Let's see. It's been extra long combat, so yeah, we can do that. So, Jathal is going to chuck his star knife 3 times towards this dude. Okay, that's really good rolls. Let's see. That's the third one. Third one is garbage. Of course, this is always a garbage roll. Plus 9, so that is going to be 7, not a crit, but a hit for sure. Which is a hit, so 2 hits with the star knife. Still not rolling great for damage, but okay, whatever. 17. But that's fine, that's enough. He does a total of 17 points of damage, dropping this guy to 0. So the barbarian dude crumples to the ground.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, all right.
Oh, good.
Okay, and that is the end of his skill. Cantrell, I need a death save, poor favor.
All right. Just a straight roll on the d20, yeah?
Yep,
12.
12. Alrighty, you are stable and not dying.
Yay.
Yay!
Still prone, though.
Still prone.
Still not up either.
Alrighty. So that's down, that's down. This guy's gonna go. Let's see. You're up. You're up. It's gonna move on its own. So let's see. And that. Perfect. So it's
Oh,
gonna,
come on, leave me alone. You just took me down.
You just got back up.
yeah, it's like, it's like food. It's like, plus like,
Apparently he really likes the taste of cat.
plus, you killed its master, so.
I didn't do that.
Hey, potato, potato. So it's going to. I need reflex saves.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay, maybe it
no.
won't. Please say it's not gonna reach me.
So it's going to.
And it's gonna be
10, 15.
23.
Well, it looks like I'm in that square too, doesn't it?
Yep. So I need reflex saves from the both of you, poor favor.
19.
Okay.
And I said 23.
Alrighty, so both of you. I'm sorry, the 19 is a fail.
Ugh.
Wow. This thing has a really high DC then.
That's why I like using this attack. 'Cause
Of course you do.
he's really high. I mean, it doesn't cause the persistent acid damage, but I mean, it does a lot of damage. If I can
At least he's not getting the rope this time.
if I can actually roll well, that's not too bad. Let's see.
Oh.
That is the 12 points if you fail, 6 if you made it.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's all of its moves. And alrighty, top of the order, and we're gonna take a break. Stick around, everybody. This combat is almost over, I think. They just have to get rid of this lizard, and there's other stuff happening in the Hermitage that we'll hopefully find out about. But we shall be right back. And we are back live.
You are muted, sir.
Muted? Oh, because I forgot to unmute the second mute button. We are back live.
Yay!
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
Let's get rid of this lizard so we be done with it.
Alrighty, so let's jump back into it, shall we?
Oh no.
Yeah, battle me up. Yeah, I don't know why. I see something over here. Okay, so it's gotta be active for it to actually do the things. That's so dumb. I hate that. Okay, so that's why. That's gonna be really, really a pain in the butt because I'm not sure how to make that active without being in the window because it messes up with my setup because I don't have a third monitor. All right. I'll have to figure that out. I didn't think that would be a thing because I didn't have animated icons before, so I didn't know that was a thing. So, grr. And that should be gone.
I am like perpetually scarfing food down because I haven't eaten all day since this morning.
Well, that's not good. Well, scarf away. We won't stop you.
Well, I mean, I had a snack like at work, but like,
lunch breaks are legally supposed
I
to be
know.
allowed.
But here's the thing: I skipped my lunch breaks because of the fact that I needed to get work done.
Don't do
I'm
that.
all by myself.
That's no.
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 Then I'm gonna be behind.
Are you behind because it's your fault or because of other people's fault?
Well, I like to be ahead of things. Plus, I left a half hour early. It's fine.
So you're on your lunch break now.
I mean, I left a half hour early, so I did not take a lunch break.
Alrighty. So let's pop back over to here. Now we know the dumb. Alright. So I need to figure out a way to get that to actually be active while I'm not actually looking at that window. Ooh. Alrighty. So, top of the order. Shima, you're on the ground prone. Oh,
I am getting up.
It'll take off because when you go to 0, you lose all your persistent effects. So,
Yay!
so you're up. You have 2 actions left. There's a big fatty lizard staring you in the face. One's taking another chomp out of you.
Flurry of blows.
Okay. You're not in your tiger stance because you were knocked unconscious.
Okay, tiger stance, then flurry of blows.
Okay.
So
just wanted to remind you. I wasn't sure if you were going to do a normal flurry of blows or a tiger stance.
Yeah, tiger stance.
Right.
So that's going to be. That's going to be a 22.
Okay. Didn't Gwen heal you? Was it only for?
Yeah, but then you did the acid attack.
Oh, that's right. What'd you hit?
I hit damage. It's going to be a full 10.
No, what AC did you hit?
Oh, 22.
Okay, that's a hit. You did
So
10
full
points.
10 damage.
And that actually knocks it out.
Dang. Yeah, not dealing with you again.
Alrighty. So you guys are now officially out of combat.
Yay!
Oh, thank God.
But you still have a downed player.
Okay.
So since Jarthal goes,
Someone go force him to drink a potion.
no, you don't have to do that. Jarthal will. else in her spells? Okay. Let's see. Touch. Healing. Restores. He's 12th level, so you get back to D6. Alright. So Drathal is going to come over here. He's going to lay on hands. And you get back 9 points.
That's an interesting thing for a warrior to do.
He's probably a paladin.
Gwennon raises at least one eyebrow.
Let's see.
Thank you, Jathal.
Here.
Now, can I do battle medicine on everybody before we go looking around further? Or
Battle medicine is specifically for in combat. You can do medicine checks.
okay, so would the medicine check have a healing component to it then?
Yeah, it always has been.
Okay, so the medicine check is like critical success is 4d8, success is 2d8. Is that?
That's the one. But again, you need to decide whether or not you're going to, if you're going to do the medicine check against a increased DC. If you decide to up the DC to 20 because you're an expert in medicine, you can add 10 points of healing on a success. Or you can just leave it at 15 and see if you roll high enough to crit.
I think in this case, I'm just going to go for the regular success.
All right. So,
At the DC of 15.
All right, so that's 2d8 on a success. So who are you doing that to?
Basically everybody, including myself.
Who's first?
So Cantrell first.
Okay.
So for Cantrell, it's 15 and 10 is 25. Is the
That's a crit. So
check.
48.
So 4d8. Okay, I'll have to do these two at a time. So that's 48 plus 10 in that case for him, or just a 48?
Just 48.
Okay, so that's 7 and 7, so 14.
Times 2 or
No, she rolled.
No,
she
just-
rolled TD8 twice, and she got 7 on both rolls.
So that total of 14.
no? You said it was a critical.
No, it's not a. Yeah, that's a critical normal check. So it went from 2d8 to 4d8. She rolled 2d8 twice, getting 7 each roll.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. All right, so
Yeah.
14. All right, I think I'm good. Cantrell will stand up.
Okay, and then Shima would be next. So, Shima is 19.
Okay, that is a normal success.
Okay, so Shima will get an additional 5 healing.
Where does the additional 5 come from?
Or 5 healing.
Oh, okay.
5 healing.
All right.
And then Shathra is 17. So that's a success.
Mm-hmm.
And Shathra gets 6 points of healing. And then for myself, it is a dirty 20.
All right. So remember, this is taking 10 minutes every time you do it. So you guys are going to be here for a while.
Okay,
What she's doing is I want to check the priestess for any health potions or anything.
Okay, and that's 7 for myself.
Okay, so you did 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So you spent 40 minutes healing people?
And my guess is that Shathal is doing all right. I don't recall seeing that he particularly got hit.
Got hit.
He did. He just, he's like, whatever.
He's a paladin.
Maybe that's what he is.
Cantrell is going to pick up
You
the.
never asked him.
No.
Cantrell is
Did-
going to pick up the Triton
Okay.
that the warrior was holding.
All right.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
There's no magic on it.
Is there any magic in the 30-foot area or 60-foot area?
If you're trying to look at the area, like
It's basically it's a pulse. So
Okay.
anything that pings, it won't tell me anything specific about it, but it'll
Like-
tell me it's magic.
like the two statues and the dais, like burn your eyeballs full of magic.
Oh, yeah, that's God stuff. Okay.
The trident, no ping off the trident.
All right.
I did say I was going to search the priestess for any health potions or anything.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you what you find. So on each of them, there is a lesser healing potion. Leaned up against the female Gosrin statue is a staff. And it's weird because there's like this weird monkey-shaped pin on the top of the staff that looks like it can be separated from the staff.
I take a look at that.
Yeah, it's a pin shaped like a monkey.
Am I able to take the staff?
Yeah, it's just leaning up against it.
Okay. I'll take the staff for now and see about it later.
All right, so you have the staff and the pin. Just mark it down.
Okay. I'm going to do two things when I finish the healing. I'm going to go over to Jathal. I'm going to bow deeply, and I'm going to
And
say,
he's gonna tell you, "There's no need for you to bow to me, man." It's like
I'm going to say, you're a man of many surprises. We need to talk more when the opportunity presents itself. And then I'm going to go over back to check on Harlock.
All right.
So I will be actually over here.
Alrighty. So Harlock I mean, you can like raise him out of consciousness. Like I said, you did some healing on him. He's more exhausted than he is hurt at this point because you were able to successfully do some healing on him. So if you you can try and rouse him to get some answers.
I'm gonna come up behind you guys and just be like, all right, so I'm tired. I'm tired of this place. Do we want me to pick him up and hoist him over my shoulder and we get the hell out of here, or what?
I think we need to try to find out first what more needs to be done to set things to rights, and perhaps he can tell us that. So I'm going to try to rouse him and see what he's able to answer for questions.
Okay. So he's up. He's groggy. He's like, oh. He's like he looks. He assesses the situation, and he bows graciously. He's like, oh, thank you. It's like did you get rid of all the cultists and all the demons?
Not quite.
Oh, it's like
I thought we did.
We still have the
might
south.
Yeah,
we still have the
got
Oh,
south
first.
right.
and the west of the northern end.
He's like, I thank you so much. He's like, I am Harlock Hemdeal. I am the head priest of this hermitage. Sadly, it was taken over by a faction Phew. And like he has this like disgusted look in his face when he says it. Thought that worshiping demons and converting over to demonic worship of Gazra would give them more power, but they were misguided.
Than what I thought was true all along. That there was possibly some that were converted. And you'll just say that in a very mood.
And he goes, yes, it's like some of the other brothers escaped to one of the other temples, but sadly the ones that fell took over here and began summoning demons, and I'm presuming they did horrible things. I've been held prison here for so long. I don't know what trouble or what danger they've caused.
So the only thing we've been able to save so far, aside from ourselves, is one lucky wolf. I kind of look over at Shafra.
Right,
Yes.
the other animals are within the cages in there, but I'm not sure how many are well.
They killed. What did they do to the animals we kept in the habitat?
I'm sort of gonna like whistle to the wolfie to have it come.
Give me.
It's all way back near the beginning.
Give me a nature check.
$16.
That's good enough. So you hear like bounding feet, like run through, run through the door.
Oh.
Careful. Go over the bridge.
And it's like it's like looking around, and it comes over like to you, and it's like sitting wagging its tail, tongue out. With
Good
Goofy,
wolfie. She's gonna give it a rations a treat.
and it barks at you happily and eats the rations.
This is what they did to the animals, but we saved this one, and she's gonna pat the little wolf.
And Harlock looks at it, and he's like, oh my god, they've infused it with demonic energy. It's like, oh my god, this poor beast.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but she's okay. We stopped it before she got completely transformed into whatever they're gonna transform her into.
But she's still. It'd be best if you put her down. She's.
No.
So, is there a way to remove the negative energy?
Once you've been tainted by the demonic influences, it's nearly impossible to remove them.
Can I make an occultism check to see if that's possible?
Make a roll.
But look at her. She's so sweet and happy. Happy at best.
27.
27. You would know that the ritual that was used, short of divine intervention, whatever demonic taint that is placed on the animal is permanent. You haven't seen this wolf act like a full-blown demon, but it does have demonic energy.
As in, if it was like somebody registering aura, they would know.
If somebody was looking for a demonic presence, they would trigger on the dog.
It's gonna be a long fought battle, but it's not impossible, as you said.
Well, I'm not killing Wolfie.
No one's saying that, Chaka.
He was implying it.
Be warned. I mean, there's no guarantee that this thing will not try and tear your throat when you're sleeping.
Well, she's very sweet, and I've cuddled her for the past few days, so. And she hasn't ripped my throat out. So for now, she stays.
Anyway.
Just to confirm, did Harlock say greater restoration?
No.
Would
Divine intervention.
Divine intervention.
divine intervention.
It's like a 7th or 8th level spell.
Yeah, okay.
Good luck. We would have to go to a big city with big churches and big
pay
costs.
it, yeah.
And pay big money for it.
Yep.
For an exorcism.
And there's not even a guarantee that it would work. So
yeah, gods are fickle. You still have to roll for divine intervention.
Well, I'm gonna be paying Wolfie in the meantime. But you're not getting hurt at all. Don't you dare.
All right. Well, he asked you to tell him, like, you know, what you've done and describe what you've gotten yourself into thus far.
Barring the incident with the bar,
By the way, I'm sorry about your door.
Yeah.
Which door?
The one
door.
that has a drop bar.
Oh, that can be replaced. I'm just happy we've got most of the trouble done. But there's still he describes, because like he's been privy to, like, you know, most of the horrible shit that's been in here, and you
just
know,
kind of recounting all the different types of enemies we fought.
He's recounting like the different things, and you've from his description, you've fought everything except these. He describes 2 demons that are loose somewhere in the Hermitage. You haven't fought these particular demons in here, but his description of them and what they do, you've faced these type of demons before. They're the big bulbous ones that like to throw crap at you.
Oh, okay. I think we know the ones you speak of. All right. Well, I am out of spells. I can still fight in melee though.
He, like, when you say you're out of spells and all that stuff, he asks all of you to gather at the step of the dais.
Okay.
So I'll move.
Do so.
And I will move. Drink.
You can't stand there, Trell.
Can't stand on the moat unless you have water walk.
I wasn't paying attention to that part.
Please don't stand there.
I mean,
I'm floating. No, just kidding.
yeah, yes, you all stand at the base. Okay. Alrighty, so he steps in front of the dais, and let's see. What languages does everyone speak?
Oh boy, here we go. Common, Elven, Draconic, Sylvan, Celestial, Goblin, Dwarven, Tiananese.
Okay.
Amarin, Common, Goblin, Jotun.
Okay.
Common and Elven.
Jatha is Orcish and Common, I think.
Yeah, I can take a look at her sheet. Just give me a second here.
Okay.
Let's see. Probably, yeah. Yeah, let's see. Click. Languages. Let's see. Languages. Birthplace. Strange, I'm not seeing what languages are. I'm pretty sure she doesn't speak this. He's saying some sort of prayer or ritual in a language you never heard. And when he's done, like um, while he's saying this prayer of some kind, the water and the wind and the moats like churn heavily.
Well, I get that lizard body's getting washed away.
And the statues at opposite sides of the dais begin to glow. And when he's complete, um, this like it doesn't hurt you, but this mist washes over you, and it like a static charge shoots through it, and you all have the benefit of a full night's rest.
Oh,
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 nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I just came back in
Nice.
time.
Nice.
And then he looks at you and he just goes, "That's the least I can do for your continued help. Please, the hermitage isn't safe until all the demons are gone. Then I can begin the cleansing ritual to actually remove their taint from the hermitage, so um, it can be restored to its proper glory."
I kind of just stand there with the trident and just, would you like this back, sir?
Which trident are you asking him about?
The one that was in the crypt.
Oh, he looks at that.
Didn't Shatra took that
Oh,
one?
Shatra?
Yeah, I
Did
have
Shatra
that
ta-
one, and
oh,
I'm not
sorry.
showing it to
No.
anybody.
Where are you hiding it, though? That's the question.
It's on my back. If he sees it, he can ask about it. He wants it back.
I just kind of point over at Shatra.
And he's like, I don't understand.
Uh,
He like, you can have this back, and you point to Shathra.
I just I like the three prongs that are like, I show him this
One the
trident
guy had.
that the guy had, the barbarian guy had, and then I just kind of point over at Shatra.
Are you gonna turn around, Shathra, so you can get a good look at the trident that you have sheathed at your back?
Fine, I'll turn around. Can't have any fun.
Can't have any fun. He looks at it and he goes, "It's a small price to pay for what you've done," and he will tell you what that trident does.
I also showed him the staff that I found by the statue here.
He's like, "They've ransacked everything." So
As well as the pin that was with it.
alrighty. So he will tell you. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, I have a list of items that probably need to be identified. Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't even know if I'm skilled with a trident.
Also, AFK for a second.
I think it's just a martial weapon, so you should be all right.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
martial weapon. Can be used like a spear, one-handed or thrown.
Shit, yeah, I'm gonna use it two-handed. Or have more damage.
Well, it doesn't have that type of ability.
No, which is why I'm saying I could have both.
Both tridents.
No, the one that's magical.
What I'm saying is, you're not able to really use it two-handed because the two-handed doesn't give you the extra bonus damage.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's not a two-handed weapon,
Oh, I thought it was.
or a as in fifth edition would say a variety weapon or whatever the hell it's called.
Versatile.
Versatile. There you go.
Yep. All right. So who's taking point on this?
Me.
All right. So I'm gonna start telling you the stuff that anything you show him, He'll tell you what it is, and then he'll tell you whether or not you can have it. So, the trident is a fighter's fork.
Okay.
You can hold it in one or both handed.
Cool.
It's a +1 trident. It is engraved with decorative pattern, fish scales, um, and things of that nature. It's basically sea stuff. As a single action, you can extend or shorten the trident's haft, which is basically the handle.
Mhm.
When it's extended and you can use it two-handed, it gains the reach trait, but it can't be thrown.
Ooh. Okay.
So
Can you send me all that?
yeah, hold on. So normally tridents can be thrown. However, if you use the ability to make it two-handed, it gains reach. So you can basically hit something that's 5 feet away from you, but you can no longer throw it as a ranged weapon. It has a +1 to attack roll because it has a +1 on it, um, which gives you the +1 item bonus.
So it's +1.
Yep, it's +1. So I'll
Cool.
just put this in chat because there's no handout for it.
Trident.
Actually, is there a handout for it? Let me see.
Fighter's fork. They named it.
Well, I mean, they might not have an actual handout in the adventure. I have to see.
What's the damage? What's the damage for it?
It's trident damage.
Which is.
I'll look it up real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, can someone look that up for me? Thank you, because I
got
don't know
you,
what that is.
I got you. Let's see, it's the second part of this. Trident does 1d8 piercing.
Cool.
So add your strength to that, and you get
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
1d8 +4. Cool.
So you can do a maximum of 12.
Yeah, I'd pretty much be doing the same thing, but have some cool other effects. The only reason why I'd still use my axe is in case we're fighting demons, so I'd probably still use my axe because of the cold steel. +1 to attack rolls. +1 item bonus. Cool. Alright, got it.
It's just nice.
Where
Yes, that is very nice. I like it.
Handout folder. That's weird.
Technically, it's one more to my attack roll than compared to my axe.
I just saw you. Where did you go? Oh, that's weird.
Did you come from Cotton Eye Joe?
Not amusing. -50 DKP. Let's see. Treasure. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh,
Okay, so that should now be in your handout section. He will. So this,
Yes, it is. Thank you.
What was that?
I said, yes, it is. Thank you.
So this is the staff.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, this is the pin.
Maybe I should borrow that stuff whenever I'm trying to make nature checks for the wolf.
Let's see.
That's the monkey pin. Is there anything else that you want to?
Yes. I've got a lightning-shaped spool.
Okay. So that is this guy right here.
Also, I got that coral statue of the dolphin with emerald eyes.
Uh, that is that is basically a treasure item. I think I gave you the value for it.
If you did, I did not write it down.
I will find it and tell you. The 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 dolphin statue is just a dolphin statue.
Okay.
It's just monetary.
Well,
Wouldn't
I
I be cool if it was
mean,
like Beauregard and summon a dolphin?
Also, I think somebody took a jade silver necklace.
That's also monetary.
Okay.
I have that down as something that you took, Shima, but
I know I took the statue. I don't know about the jade necklace if I took that.
Maybe Tantrell did.
what was it?
I had it under Shima. But
What?
A jade silver necklace.
That was either Yushima or actually, yeah, it was Yushima.
Okay.
Jade necklace.
Yeah, all I picked up was a trident.
Okay, so the two treasure things I hand back to him.
He tells you can keep it. Um, he tells you that the Hermitage works closely with God, I can't remember the name of the banking god that is in Aber.
Okay.
And
Should we tell him what happened to that place too?
you can if you want to.
Yeah, let him know.
Oh, and when he tells you what happened, like he urges you to go to the library as soon as possible because he fears the damage that'll be done to the books in there. He's like we have irreplaceable books in the library. He's like if those things are in there, um, there are treasures that would be lost to time
Hey,
forever.
Livel,
Okay,
eat
so
the monkey pin.
just out of curiosity, when we got our full rest, basically we don't get to study new spells. Like we get the spells for the spell slots that we do for wizard.
You get the benefit of a full rest.
I could have used that monkey pin.
Studying new spells takes downtime.
Right.
It's not just a thing you just do.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I'm going to pull out of my robe the little picture portrait of Harlock and the mayor that I had taken so I could identify Harlock. And I'm going to use my sleeve to wipe it off and make it look better and hand it back to him and explain that I had just borrowed it to help identify him because we knew it was him with the mayor in the picture.
He thanks you. He asks you how his good friend is doing.
He survived coming out here by himself.
Uh,
He tried to figure out what was going on ahead of us, and well, he was in bad shape, but he got recovered enough to be sent back to town.
oh, thank
So
God
he's
for-
on his way there, if not already there.
Is there any kind of recognition of Harlock and Jathal or vice versa?
Nope.
That just never seen this elf before.
Nope. They've never seen each other. He's like, oh. It's just he's like, oh, there's just some fancy fighter guy. It's like, you know, he sees Jathal, you know, he's like, oh, it's a dude in armor with a shield and a butterfly shaped knife. Okay, whatever, dude. Anything else you want to ask him, or
Where the library is?
he tells you basically if you follow the path from the other chamber, the one that's in front of this one, north and then east.
Okay, so complete the rest of this chamber that we were in.
Yeah, he
time.
tells you keep going east and south past all of the dormitory rooms. And then he tells you he tells you basically on the opposite end of this wall. He points at the dais wall. That's where the library is. All right, what are you guys doing?
We're on the library.
Alrighty, I need a marching order.
Uh,
I'm in front.
since we had the benefit of a rest, due to them, does that mean we gain hit points as well?
Yep, all the benefits of a full rest.
Okay. Back up
And
to
you all
that.
have one hero point back from coming back from break. So
Yay!
So I get to hold on to the staff too, right? The staff and pin.
yep. Basically, he tells you it's a small price to pay for the service you've done. Because basically, if you didn't come here to stop this, there'd be no Temple of Gazra as he knows it. So he's
I'm in
basically
front.
consider what the stuff you're finding, and you tell him about as basically reward for doing the things. All right, so Gwenin, where do you want to be, and where do you want Jethal to be?
Okay. Let's see. I would want to be probably near the back, probably behind wherever Shima ends up, and I would want Jathal to be at the very back.
Okay. So
that he can he can throw things, so I think he's still okay at the back, but that way we've got something strong at our back.
Alrighty, so I need you guys to line yourself up here in whatever order you're going to be.
Can the Wolfie be behind Jethal?
Yeah. I mean, he tacitly follows you because you're the one that's been feeding him right now, so.
Hell yeah! It's the first step of him becoming my pet.
And Harlock stays at the dais, and he's basically praying. He's doing something
Oops.
I think I figured it out. Like he's trying to support us and trying to cleanse the area.
Yeah, so he's when you guys leave, he goes back to praying in that weird language you don't know. Actually make a everyone make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Cantrell, did you want to be in front or behind me?
I think I'll be in front of you.
Freezing.
Oh, how wonderful! I had a nat 1.
Okay, so you have no idea.
I have no idea. Cuckoo.
17.
Okay. What else did everyone get?
Perception. Oh,
21.
Okay.
I'm still trying to. Okay, hang on. 24.
Okay, so then everyone but our orcish barbarian knows or realized that while Harlock was doing this ritual thing, he wasn't speaking one language. He was actually speaking 2 languages, and with your role, Shima, you notice that one particular language, the male or the air elemental statue, was glowing a little bit brighter, and when he was using the other language, the female form or the water elemental statue was glowing brighter. So while he's doing the ritual, they're both glowing, but as he switches between the 2 separate languages, one shines more than the other.
He's praying to both gods.
Makes sense.
Alrighty, so what are you guys doing? Where are you going?
All right, so going around that corner, I suppose.
Yep.
Make your moves, people.
Okay, so there's a line of doors
Don't I get that heart taken off of my character?
Yeah, you can do that yourself.
Yeah, you can do
Honestly.
it yourself, but yeah,
Okay.
you get a full night's rest, so your wounded is gone, or the effect of.
Okay, there we go.
So you have a line of doors on your right, and a singular door, well, two doors on your left hand side.
Dude, Josh is just about, all right. I think I already know what these line of doors are. I think that's the rest of the dormitory. There's two odd singular doors to the right of us. I don't know, I'm bad with directions.
So here.
So should we just go there instead of going through each door? That's probably
Yeah.
dormitories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
All right, so move yourselves up to the door.
Now, should I
And-
kick this door in?
Well, before you do that, give me. Let's see. You're both the closest to the door. So Shathra and Shima, give me perception checks, and Shathra, you have a bonus, but you won't know what it was. You don't know what it is.
I get a
18?
What'd you roll?
17.
18.
18.
Oh wait, no. Hold on. 9. I thought. Hold on. That's not 9. That's a 7. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. Sorry.
Okay. So, all right. So, with 13 and the bonus that you have that you don't know about, you hear like a calamitous noise coming from behind this door. Like,
There's a lot of noise coming from behind this door.
you just hear large, heavy things hitting other large, heavy things, and you hear like maniacal cackling while that's happening.
I tell everyone else what's happening behind this door, number 1.
Alrighty.
You ready for a fight?
What are you guys gonna do?
Should I
Prep
kick
my
the-
staff and say, just go.
I'm kicking the door in.
Okay, so you're not even gonna check to see if it's open. You're just gonna kick it open.
Nope. I'm just gonna kick it open.
Okay. Give me an athletics check, please.
Welcome to chaos.
Nat Kraken for 29. What do I get? Nat Krakens on door kickings, but Nat 1s on everything else that's important.
We're taking the first door in for you to make a shield out
Oh,
of, so.
God.
Yeah, I can do that with my new trusty handy trident that I got.
Oh God. All right. So, Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on a second.
Hey, if they borrowed it, at least we would know.
Oh my goodness. So you. Jesus. All right. Give me a second. I need to roll and see what happens to the door.
It's splinters into 1,000.
I tore it off the hinges again.
All right. So. All right. So it's the door is not in 100% like condition, because you basically Sparta kicked the door off its hinges. The door still is a door when it slams into the other side of the room that's 15 feet away.
Again.
Jeez.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
now you got a second shield.
Yeah, I can just take these home and make them into shields.
So it's
great.
Give me a second.
Purpose.
Here. I need to move this out of the way.
Poor guys have to get some new doors.
Yeah.
Oh, not these things again.
He told you what they were. You fought these. That's why he asked you specifically what you fought.
I must have misheard that part.
You were blanking out because you're barbarian.
Yep.
You might have been AFK at that point.
So as you kick the door in and you all see each other, it's gonna be initiative. Give me a second here.
Well, I know what I'm not gonna need. I can put the trident back because it's gonna be the axe that's gonna be needed.
An initiative gets our perception bonus, correct?
Yeah, because you guys were in normal exploration mode, and no one
Could
told
it
me.
get my athletics bonus because I was kicking the door in?
You know what? I will allow that.
Yay!
I will allow you to use your athletics bonus for your perception. Only because you crit when you kick the door in.
Again.
Let's see. I gotta put you guys on the board. Let's give you distinct markers. You're red. You're blue.
Wonder if you heard it on the other side of that wall.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's looking for something, maybe.
No, I mean, what's his name? Back at the statues.
Oh, yeah.
Harlock?
Alright, so let's see.
Harlock's for like, what the fudge was that?
He's like, he's like
He's
my-
probably writing down in his ledger another door.
He's like my poor
Yep. There's gonna be another door to replace it.
Give the guy a heart attack, why don't you?
As long as he doesn't send the invoice to the Pathfinder Society, we're okay.
They don't know we're from there yet.
Technically, you're the only one that's Pathfinder. The rest of us are just with the circus.
Guilty by association.
I haven't been initiated to be a Pathfinder.
Doesn't matter. You worked with
Okay.
me. That's the problem.
Oh, well, I guess we're not going to be initiated to be a Pathfinder.
There's actually an adventure for the initiation to be a Pathfinder.
That's true. That's true.
So,
Oh man.
alrighty. So let's see. Your perception is disgustingly high. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see if they were not surprised.
Really?
Hey,
Doesn't
we're-
always work.
Alrighty, so there's one of these guys. They look at you and they're just like hiss. So let's see. Let's do the dumb.
Well, that's every day.
It's every day. Let's see. You should be within range of that. Oh, exactly in range of that.
Oh, great. It's going to be something disgusting. 'Cause I think I remember what these things do.
Well, you're at range, so the range things are, less hurtful than the melee things. Basically, like a broken piece of table comes like flying at you. Actually, several pieces of broken table come flying at you.
I thought he was going to shut the door at me again. Here, you have a batch.
No.
No?
I mean, it
Okay.
could have just been splinters from the door that he's sharding at you.
Okay, so let's see.
You never know.
Oof. So 16 doesn't hit you.
Nope, 'cause I am not raging, so I'm at a 19 AC still.
Minus 5 is agile. It's not agile, so minus 5 is 11. Okay, 22 does hit you though, right?
Yes.
Okay, and minus
Sadly.
10 and a 15 will miss. You are hit once by flying debris.
How dare.
Ooh, that's finally some decent damage on my dice. So that's going to be 10, 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
That hurt.
Yeah, you guys forgot this fight. These dudes pack a wallop. All right, Gwennon.
Okay. It's going to pop up in the roll 20. I hope. Let's see. Yes. Um, this is a single action cantrip guidance. Am I allowed to cast it on two different people?
No, it's a single target if I remember correctly.
Okay, but like, can I use it twice? No, I can't.
No,
Of
you
course,
can't because
that's a stupid question.
it's two
Yeah.
actions. There's not enough
Right.
action
Okay.
economy for that.
Okay. So I am going to cast guidance
Oh wait, no, I'm
onto.
sorry. Guidance is single action.
Yeah, it is. But can I cast the same cantrip twice in one turn?
Yeah, as long as you have the actions for it, you can cast it as many times as you want.
Perfect. I'm going to cast guidance on Shathra, Shima, and Jathal.
Let's see. Guidance system check.
Cool.
Cantrip. Yeah, one action. Verbal. Range 30 feet. Until duration until the start of your next turn. That target is temporarily immune for 1 hour. Yeah. So basically, Jathal and the others that I mentioned get a status bonus to their attack rolls, perception checks, and saving throws or skill checks the target attempts before the duration ends. So this is just until the start of your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
But
yeah. Hey, plus
I'm not in a good place to do anything else. So
plus one's a plus one. I mean,
Yeah.
All right. So that was Gwen's go. So let's see. So that one couldn't see Shima, but Shima is now a viable target. So we will flip a coin and see who gets whomped. It's gonna be Shathra. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm the only one of the doorways, so.
Well, no, the bottom one can see Shima. That's why I had to
Oh,
roll
okay.
to see because she became a target once. You know, she was viewable. So, just being fair, so that way you don't take all the brunt. Let fate decide.
I'm gonna take all the brunt regardless.
Okay, so let's see. So that's a good roll. That might be. I don't think it's a crit though. So the first hit is again more flying debris. You know, this is like a piece of bookshelf and like a book come flying at you. So let's see. Is that 13? Nope, that's 15. So 26.
Yep, that hits.
Alrighty. So and then minus 5. That's gonna not hit. And then this is minus 10. And yeah, that's not gonna be a hit. So you get hit once. Alrighty, so that is 8 for 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you get like throttled by
Jesus.
like a chair leg comes knocking you on the head. Yep, he spent all of his actions hurling shit. So, yep, that's all he can do. Alrighty, so drink. Shima, it's your go. You can freely step into this room. You can see the southern. You can see this guy. Well, helps if I actually have it on the arrow. You can
Right
see,
now,
you can see that.
shadows. Yeah, I can see part of that guy.
Yep.
I'm looking at the staff, so I'm seeing what it does.
If you're going to use it as a weapon, it's a regular staff. You can expend a charge to cast summon animal out of it.
There's also magic fang.
Yep.
Okay, so how does the charges work?
Give me a second here.
Because I don't see a number with that or anything.
You would have had to have prepared it, which you couldn't have. Let's see. So let's say it has charges in it already. Okay. Right now it has 3 charges in it.
Okay.
I will tell you this because you're not a spellcaster. You cannot put additional charges in it. You would have to have a spellcaster who knows, I believe they have to know at least one of the spells to be able to put charges in it. But you can cast off of it. I believe without knowing the spell. I'll get clarification on that. But you can cast no direction for free because it's a cantrip. It doesn't cost you anything. So you can cast up to 3 times either
Magic Fang or
Summon
Summon
Animal. So you have 3 castings of either of those spells. Not each, just either or.
Okay. And I'm reading up Magic Fang, which may actually help benefit me a bit.
So what Magic Fang does is, if you make an unarmed attack, which if you
Which is
hold the
all my
staff, and
attacks.
which if you hold the staff, you have to hold the staff to gain the benefit. But you
Mhm.
have an open hand, so you can be attacking with your open hand. It makes the attack +1 striking. So basically, it gives you a +1 bonus to your attack roll. And what striking does is it gives you an extra damage die on hits.
Okay. And since this is a ranged touch, I'm already holding the staff, so
Yeah. Well, no,
all
the
right.
range is touch, so you
Yeah.
cast it on yourself.
Okay. And then
With the, I'm sorry. I was just going to ask, with the guidance cantrip, does it have to be declared before the action?
No, it's all of those abilities, like everything mentioned, gets that +1 until the start of your turn.
Okay.
So however
Okay.
many times that happens, they get the +1 until your turn starts next turn.
Okay, and what did the guidance give me again?
The guidance gives you +1 to attack and +1 to saving throws.
Okay.
And skill checks.
Oh, and skill checks,
Can
yeah.
can Magic Fang stack with guidance?
No, because they're both
Okay.
item bonuses, and you can't stack item bonuses.
Okay. All right. So since I still got the +1 from guidance, I am not going to use the staff yet. So,
The magic. Okay, so you don't want the damage bonus?
huh?
You don't want the damage bonus?
I'll use it later.
Okay.
I'm going to use the +1 attack from guidance this round because I also get that with the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Guidance is a status bonus, not an item bonus. So the +1s will stack.
Okay, so they will stack.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought it gave it as an item bonus. I had to double check. It's a status bonus. You can't have multiple of the same type of bonus.
Okay. All right. Okay, so then I will use the staff.
So
Cast magic,
that's 2 actions for you to cast Magic Fang on yourself.
and then I'm going to use another action to go into Tiger Stance.
Okay, and that's all you can do right now.
Yep.
Let's see. Duration 1 minute. There's
Question:
no
is that an
sustain.
attunement item?
There's attunement's not really a thing.
Okay.
It's basically, you have weapons or you have things. The thing is with staves, like I said, for her to charge the staff to be able to use it more,
Yeah,
she has
yeah,
to
I
find
get that part. I get that part. I'm just saying, like, does she have to be the one to cast those
No,
spells?
because the thing is the way magic items work is runes are imbued onto items,
And basically, they store this
and that's
magical energy.
that's where the magic comes from.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
because you can't stack particular bonuses, like you can't run, you can like you can't have an item, you can't have multiple item bonuses for things. Whatever is the highest item bonus you have is what you get.
Right.
you would just get whatever is not the item bonus. So there's no way to make yourself OP or anything worried about that. So
Okay.
you just get what you get.
Okay.
Alrighty, so put that there. So Shima's done her stuff. Shothra.
All right. I am going in with my axe to miss whatever this one is. Pop and rage, and I'm swinging with the axe.
Okay, and I'm gonna say you knew what these were going in here, so you'd have your axe out and not the trident,
Yep.
so you don't use any actions for it.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Wow. Okay.
I've had
As
such
you are wont to
horrible
do.
rolls
Wow. Okay.
all day. That was a 3.
Wow. Okay. Oh, let me do this. Sorry.
18.
Okay, because you guys are in combat. 18. Is that playing?
Yeah, the map's in the wrong room.
Yeah, I know. I have to move it. Sorry. I gotta do this and shift you over, and then do that, and then do this, and now we're good. Alright.
Is
Okay. So you said you hit AC 18?
Mm-hmm.
18 is a miss.
I hate my dice right now. I'm about to do a different set. A whole new different set.
Okay, so you have another attack.
No, I had to move
Yeah, you moved
and
once.
pop rage.
Oh, that's right. You pop rage. Okay, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that is all of your stuff.
Next.
Jathal is going to come down. Let's see. The movement is pretty.
Oh, and I told Wolfie to stay in the
I
hallway.
mean, are you going to try to actually command it to stay, or are you just saying stay because that's what people tell their dogs when they don't want them to do something?
Yeah, just stay.
Okay. Alrighty, so hold on. Let's see. 35. So you're going to move 5, 10. And let's see. Tumble through. So it gets you right there with 35 with having to squish through people. And you're there. He's gonna chuck his star knife at the southern dude. I like having 3 different sizes of die because then I can just basically roll them and I don't have to worry about which one is which because they're all the same color. I just have to look at the sizes. That's the beauty of cracking dice.
They send you out the big one. They send you a small one. They send you the medium one.
I have the 14 millimeter. I got the 10 millimeter, and then I have like the little tiny 7 millimeter one.
Yeah.
So I just roll them all. It's like I don't have to roll 2 different colors. I can just do all the stuff in the same set. So let's see. So 8 and 9. That's gonna be a miss. Sadly, minus 5 plus 9. That one will hit, and that one will be a miss. Oh, that's right. He doesn't get the third one because he moved. But the second one will hit. And
also weird. You're still in mute.
I know.
He's trying to make sure we can't hear his lucky frog.
He doesn't want us to hear the frog. We may want to hear the frog.
Yeah.
And with that,
Damage. So when this, so Shothra and Shima can see this. Everyone else hears it, but when Jathal's star knife hits this guy to the south, like it makes this horrible scream, very similar to when Shothra hits a demon with her axe. But
Cold
you can
steel.
well no you can look at the weapon and you know for 100% fact it's not cold steel. It's a different type of metal.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Like you're like the material his star knife and your axe are made of are not the same. I mean, even without being a blacksmith, you can tell they're two different types of metal.
Holy warrior.
He's a paladin.
I don't think he is.
You don't think he is?
Well, I know overall what he is, but he could be one of three things.
Alrighty, Cantrell, is your go.
All right, gonna move through Shima's space. So that's 15 feet right there. Oh, hey, look, an enemy.
Oh, hey, look.
Gonna spend another 10 feet going through Jathal. 25, 30.
Welcome to the
Okay.
party.
Now I know who's here. Okay. Well then. Spells. Let's see. We do not want to use the fire. It's a freaking library.
Yeah.
Oh, now you don't want to use fire.
Please use your fire spell in the library. Please. Please use your fire spell in the library.
Let's see.
Now he doesn't want to use the fire spell.
You want us exiled to someplace far, far away, right?
Hey, y'all want to become Pathfinders?
Yeah, let's go back to being arrested again.
No. Let's see. I think, yeah, we're gonna go with the tried and true. Telekinetic projectile. Yeah, there's random bits of wood from the.
There's random bits of everything.
Yeah, just the door.
There's a
scraps
door.
go
There's,
that way.
you know.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff that's within one bulk size
So,
to hurt out somebody.
I'm just gonna aim for this one right here.
Alrighty.
So, first attack. Okay. AC 25.
AC 25 is a hit, but not a crit.
Fair enough. And that is going to be 2d6. Plus my spellcasting modifier. Just want to make sure I got that right. 7, 8. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, good.
And that is my turn, sir.
Alrighty.
Good Sir Azarin,
Yeah.
I need to get going soon.
Okay, that's right.
I have my other game.
All right, like, do you need a hard stop or?
Yeah, hard stop.
Alrighty.
It's gonna be the start of the next round anyway, so
Yeah, that's why I was waiting
It's
for
true.
Kentra to go.
Alrighty.
Yeah, okay,
so
cool.
so we're gonna stop us. We're gonna stop here. And let's see.
That's the downside of pushing back an hour.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll figure it out. So we're gonna hard stop here, guys. You guys are very, very, very close. Like if we could finish this fight,
I know. I'm sorry.
like it's pretty much like if you you finish this fight, there's some exposition and that this chapter's done. So, so I will leave it at that. Thanks everyone for coming and showing up. This is not the only show that we have. Oh, I almost forgot. Something that I missed last Saturday. Someone actually put in a $75 extra life donation to our show. So there is a raccoon visit in the future for you guys. You don't know when.
Yay!
I am trying.
Obviously not in the middle of combat.
Yeah, not in the middle.
Yeah, not in the middle of our dungeon
Yeah,
that we've been
the-
on for like
yeah,
weeks.
yeah, the raccoon doesn't show up places where there's chance of injury. You know, he's just like,
Probably
yeah,
after we're done here, he'll show up.
yeah. I mean, he'll be fine, but he's just like, yeah, nah, whatever. I can wait until they're not busy trying to not die.
Yeah.
So that'll be a thing in the near future for you guys. On every other Saturday is our show, Where We're Wanderers, where these fine people are in the midst of some sort of weird demonic thing that's happening in Aberdeen, and they're trying to figure out how to stop it. The other Saturday is our Withered Waste campaign, where a bunch of ragtag heroes.
Misguided fools at this point.
I mean, they're I guess anti-heroes. They're trying to figure out how to
Yeah.
like save the world from a magical apocalypse kind of weirdness. So
I'll go ahead and say it. This coming weekend, we will not be playing Withered Waste because 2 of our players are getting a new house.
I
move
thought
into.
you guys were still gonna play because you have 7 guys in that one.
It's a possibility,
All right,
but
well, that
just play by
okay,
ear.
hard maybe.
Hard maybe.
Hard maybe.
Hard maybe.
There is on Monday. There's going to be the second part of a 2-shot of a 2-part 1-shot that's being run by Kiara Phoenix, and that is it's actually in the thing I think for shows because I forget the name of it.
Chimera Collective.
Yep,
Yes.
Chimera Collective. So part 2 of that 1-shot is on Monday. Super crazy. It's like some steampunk type adventure. It's really nuts. Like they're in a submersible with all sorts of weird shit. Yeah, it's crazy. It was very good from the end part that I got to see. So highly recommend you guys checking that out. Tuesdays is our Destiny Forge campaign, which is our longest running campaign at the moment. We're in season 2 of, oh my god, just we did some dumb shit, and we're about to pay for it.
You've been doing dumb shit since day 1.
No, but this is capital dumb. Like not just capital D dumb, like capital dumb italicized. So yeah, tune in to Tuesday for like nightmare mode. I don't know what's gonna happen. You
went to the bad place.
Yeah, we went to the bad place. And then the following Monday, after this coming Monday, will be a break. Will be an off day, and then we'll return with our
Mass Effect?
yeah. Sorry, I was trying to remember the name. Oh, with the Mass Effect camp. Is it a 1-week break or a 2-week break?
I think actually it's because Rojan was actually doing an event. The 28th
No, that's
through
not
the
till
30th.
October, isn't it?
Oh, that's October? Oh, never mind.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is October. Never mind.
Yeah, so I mean, just keep a look on the calendar. You see what's going on. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see you guys in 2 Saturdays, and hopefully we, the wrecker demons don't like wreck these guys, and we'll see what happens after that. So you guys be safe. We love your faces. Have a great weekend, and we will talk to you later. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey. Yeah, it's